Let me feel your love again.
Yo, what is going on, Papa Fam? Welcome to day 5, the masterclass of the 5-day AI Agent SaaS challenge. What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Your boy is full of energy. Today we have planned so much goodness. There's a full training. The winners have been locked in. Oh, we're gonna break down the entire challenge. We're gonna break down the entire training today. Lock in, get your copies ready. I got my drink right here. Let me know where you're watching from right now around the world. We're gonna go ahead and lock in for the next hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, who knows? But it's the final day of the challenge. If you're watching and you haven't been a part of the challenge, welcome to the stream. You're gonna learn so much about becoming a full stack developer, succeeding in 2025, and going ahead and using AI to become the ultimate developer this year. We've got Greece, Scotland. What's up, guys, in the house? Welcome to the final masterclass. Let's go. Boom. Oh, my stream deck froze. Okay, there we have it. Let's go ahead and see where everyone's tuning in from right now. We've got Greece, Scotland, New Zealand, India, Cairo from Toronto, George here from Malawi, Lubbock, Texas in the house. What's good, guys? Mississippi, India, Belgium, US, UK, Nigeria, Sarasota, Kenya, KY, Charity Smith, I see you. Tuning in from Kenya, Tanzania, Haiti, South Africa. Yo, this is so sick. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We have 3,500 in the viewing room. And people turn up to the final day. It's hype. It's hype. Mr. Worldwide, Miller Papa, I see you. Turkey in the house as well. Welcome, guys, to the last day, the masterclass of the challenge. You do not have to be a part of the entire challenge to be here today. You're going to learn so much. I'm just going to give you facts being delivered over the next hour. So get ready to dial in. Like I said, 3,500 people across platforms right now watching in. Papa Fam is worldwide. Let's dive into today's training, guys. So, are you ready to begin your training? Comment LFG in the chat if you're ready for this. We've got Sierra Leone in the house. We've got some OGs in the house as well. Marios, what's up, guys? Sarah and Steven, I see you guys. We've got Liz Myers. What's up, guys? You start to get to know your community. That's what I love about this, right? Let's go, guys. We're going to jump straight into the training. George goes, I'm so happy, Sonny. Thank you. I've learned so much. You're absolutely welcome, dude. I'm going to be trying my best to interact with you guys as much as possible on the stream. We've got Aman Jomani in the house as well. What's up, guys? So what's going down today? What's happening? You know, what we're going to be learning, all of this goodness. Let's go ahead and jump into today's agenda. We're going to deep dive into how you can leverage AI and AI agents in the year 2025, how to launch your own SaaS product. So we went ahead and actually built our own SaaS product in this entire challenge. The code for that, at the end of today, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys. For some reason, my stream deck is sticking a little bit, so the transitions are kind of getting annoying, but it's fine. The gifts are so funny. And you're going to learn your ultimate developer roadmap to succeed as a full stack developer, because yes, the job still exists. In case everyone is wondering, AI is not taking it. Don't worry. Tons of free goodies as well. And of course, we're going to be opening the door to Zero to Full Stack Hero Arc internal flagship community, because the reason why I say I'm opening the door is because we've got a nice little treat inside, some upgrades inside. Okay, guys. So here's what we're going to go ahead and send you at the end of today, the entire AI Agent SaaS app source code. If that sounds good, all I ask is you simply destroy the like button. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. I'm going to change the music a little bit as well. Let's go ahead and pop in. Oh, nice. Oh, any OGs in the house will know where these kind of songs come from. Let's go ahead and dive through. So we're going to be announcing the winner reveals, guys. Can anyone start dropping guesses of who's won this challenge? It's absolutely hyped. I promise you now, I say this every time, but it truly is so hard to decide these winners. Like, I love the fact that we struggled to pick a winner. It's that cool, all right? So it's honestly amazing. Cairo says, thank you so much for everything, Sonny, you and your entire team, and Jay. It truly means a lot to me, and I really appreciate all the hard work and dedication. You have made a big difference. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Play the OG anthem. We will very soon, don't worry. Like I said, we're going to open the door to the flagship course very shortly. So that's going to come at the end. And we've got new modules inside the Zero to Full Stack Hero, including AI Mastery and the SaaS Guide. And I'm also going to be creating a new module around AI agents. So it's going to be specifically about agentic workflows. So tons of new stuff coming inside the course. But let's go ahead and see what we built in this 5-day challenge, right? So in day one, we introduced our portfolios. Then we of course need something to add to our portfolios. So day two, we went ahead and started the AI agent SaaS app. We built the landing page, the authentication schematic was introduced to you guys, the holy grail of payment processing. Clerk made things so simple. Day two was about setting things up. Day three was about getting Convex, the backend database, the video processing, the analysis UI page. And I got to start seeing some of your designs, some of your amazing, your amazing eye for design work. And then we have day four, which is the AI agent SaaS app, where we went ahead and we integrated Vercel AI SDK. Now make some noise for those guys. There's no sponsor here with them, but they absolutely deserve it because they are making a movement inside of the AI space right now. So if Lee Robinson ever sees this, shout out to you guys. Absolutely awesome stuff. What you guys are doing over there. Right, this is so cool. I love seeing your chats right now. So Stephen goes, this isn't a hackathon, this is a level up your life-a-thon. Amen to that, dude. So who's going to be instructor today? Who's the guy on the camera right now staring at you? And guys, just to shout out as well, we've got 100 people on YouTube and now 4,000 in the viewing room. That's what I'm talking about. That's literally, oh my God, 4,100 people now. That is what I'm talking about. Me, I introduced you in day one. We're going to do the same today. If you don't know who I am, I'm just a YouTuber who teaches people how to code, and I've started to become fairly okay at it. And now I basically have a huge community known as you guys, the Papa Fam. And of course, I have my own software consultancy firm. We have a bunch of other stuff, but my main focus is around teaching you guys how to be badass developers and absolutely crush it from this year, from the years before, and the years moving forward, right? So I appreciate every single one of you. If you've been around, make some noise in the chat right now. Right, let's begin your full stack training. Get hyped like this dude on the screen right now. And also make some noise for Jay, because Jay is absolutely killing it with his gift game. His gift game's leveled up. I swear it has. But before we begin, I like to start with this. What's your why? Your why is the most important thing in this entire thing, because whether or not you're going to start a new project, whether or not you're going to choose this as a software development field, or you want to move into AI agents, it's going to get tough. And when it gets tough, you need to come down to your why. So everyone start dropping in the chat right now. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Why is this why are you putting your energy here? If it's just money, fair enough. But for me, there's a deeper purpose to it. And that's what gets me through the really, really hard times. Liz says, my why is making a legit business out of this. I love that. Facts. Let's go ahead and see what else of you guys are saying. Charity goes, I tried my best, but I missed the deadline. However, I'm still not giving up, and I wanted to show up to congratulate my fellow Papa Fan family. Amazing stuff. Gaurav says, I want that premium package to enhance my skills. Amazing. Ali says, to be on top of my game. Yatish says, my why is to build awesome apps to help people. Siren says, it's how I figure life out. I can truly, truly relate to that one. That was deep. I can relate to that. Digital Alchemist says, my why now is to build a SaaS portfolio and have the freedom to enjoy my family without working all the time. I love that. George, my why is to be self-employed. My free spirit says, support my family and satisfy my curiosity. Guys, this is what we're talking about. This is it. Amazing stuff. Abdul goes, I want to develop my AI techie site and start my own SaaS app. Well, guys, you're in the absolute best place to go ahead and do this. Here's what you're going to be learning today. We're going to deep dive into how you can leverage AI and AI agents so you're not left behind, how you can launch your own SaaS product, and how you can go ahead and exceed as a full stack developer. Okay. And this is the one question which we're going to knock out of the way right now. And you might be wondering, didn't you mention some of this in the earlier days? It's important because this is a topic on top of everyone's head that I want to kind of nail down and crush. Will AI take your job? The simple answer is yes, but probably not the way that you expected it. Is it going to be overtaking your jobs? No, not itself, but the people who are leveraging it will. And I want that message to stick with everyone right now. It doesn't matter what field you're in. The people leveraging AI are going to overtake you. So you better wake up and use it, period. Use it, leverage it, become good with it, and enhance yourself with it. The ones who are leveraging AI are going to overtake you. That's a fact. So let's take two examples. We've got Jim the Dev and Harry the Dev. A lot of you like this example, so I brought it back. Jim the Dev leverages AI. He's already coding his second SaaS app. He's using things like Cursor. He's learning quickly. He's got a pair programmer who's always awake at any time of the day, right? That's who gives him his constant feedback. He's constantly improving his skills as he learns from AI. Then we've got Harry. Harry still Googles how to fix his errors and checks on Stack Overflow and gets basically slapped on by other people in the Stack Overflow community. He has no constant feedback cycle and he's constantly juggling on the internet to learn new concepts. Now, even with AI technology, we have things like reasoning models. Reasoning models are so powerful because it allows us to have more deeper and entailed discussions with about certain topics, right? So we can go way more into it. Now, also, a common trait about the Harrys in the world, again, if your name's Harry, I'm no offense to you, but the common trait about these guys complain about the pricing all the time. All the time, AI is expensive, AI is this, that, blah, blah, blah. You will forever stay in your place if you do that, okay? AI is not expensive. I'm sorry, it's not. It's cheap as hell for what it gives you. If you're a business owner and you look at AI compared to employee cost, it's cheap as hell. It's about how you use it. It's about optimizing your calls. It's about doing a lot more of those things as opposed to complaining about the cost of it. If you saw the cost of training it, then you might have a little heart attack, okay? So leverage the hell out of it or be left behind in the ever-evolving tech world. We teach you all of this inside Zero to Full Stack Hero, okay? But let's talk about the feedback cycle. This is something I want you guys to obsess over. Now, why do I want you to obsess over this so much? Because it's important. Look, what you need to do is create a cycle where all of your time is constantly being fed back into the cycle. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, firstly, right now you're in the coding state, okay? All of us have been here. If you've been, if you've done any element of coding, you've been here in the coding element. Now, when you're coding, you'll go ahead and you'll get stuck. When you get stuck, tell me right now, how many of you have contemplated quitting? Because I for sure know that I've been there. I'm not going to deny it. I've been there. I've been stuck before. And when I got stuck, my ultimate growth hack was mentorship and help from a community. When I had help from a community, when I had mentors around me, that allowed me to feel unblocked. It allowed me to feel way more in my zone as to, and stop doubting myself and to understand that, what, I can actually do this. I can go ahead and do this. It's not about me not understanding. It's about more a case of I need to be surrounded by people who I can go ahead and bounce discussions off of, get unstuck, unblocked from, okay? So it's all about getting correct mentorship and getting help from a inner community. That's why I built the Papa Fam. That's why I built Zero to Full Stack Hero, because that did not exist the way we needed it before. Okay, so I can see all the comments coming in right now, thousands of times a day. I'm getting stuck more than when I code. Exactly, guys. And now we not only have this, but we also have the power of AI and AI agents. And why is this such a hack now? Because truly, guys, you can go ahead and absolutely dial in and get unblocked faster. You can go deeper into topics by yourself, and it will always be awake for you to go ahead and ask questions to. So now you can go around and round into your cycle to unblock yourselves. You can code, you get stuck, you get mentorship from your mentor or help from your community. And then you can leverage AI and AI agents to get back into your coding state. This is so important, and I can't stress it enough. This is so important. Guys, I can't believe how many people are tuning in. We've got 4,500 people in the viewing room right now. The viewing room is just growing at a crazy fast rate right now. YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, just destroy that like button, but I appreciate you guys so much. We have this feedback cycle here. So obsess over this feedback cycle. Make sure every ounce of your time goes back into your cycle. Gone are the days of, Udemy courses. Now, a lot of you may be sitting there thinking, but Udemy courses have 99% off and they're discounted forever. Well, the main focus you should be focusing on is this big red thing in the middle, mentorship. Find a mentor, find somebody who's better than you in the field that you're trying to advance towards. You wouldn't go to a gym and hire a personal trainer who's out of shape. You wouldn't do it. So why would you do it inside of a coding domain or anything around that? Find a mentor, whether it's somebody one level above you or 20 million 11 years above you. That's the key to growing, evolving, and staying relevant. Okay. So Udemy courses don't tell you about the different paths. We have so many paths as a developer, jumping from junior to senior, building a SaaS while doing your full-time job, soft skills, leveraging cool bits of tech such as AI and AI agents, mentorship, coaching, mentoring, teaching, freelancing. All of these are valid income streams that no course is going to teach you about. You need to be part of something a bit bigger, a community, mentorship, all of that ties into this. All they're focused about right now is job paths. And I can tell you right now, this is where people are getting so scared lately and they're worrying so much because, oh my God, if this one thing gets taken, my entire livelihood is gone. You should be focusing on all avenues. What am I doing? All avenues, okay? So if you do lose your job, it's not the end of the world. You can go into the other routes, okay? So the first thing we make our members do when they first join our community is they jump into a success coaching call. I'm saying soft because it's all about building up your soft skills, right? Here we have Siren. He's in the chat right now. And this is a prime example of why we do what we do. Because one of the biggest things is when you go into an interview, when you sell your product, when you do anything at all, you need to have the soft skills to be able to communicate what you're about, your skill set, what your product does, all of these things. If you can't communicate, you could be the best developer in the world, but then you're some introverted dude or girl sitting in a corner of a room just doing nothing. We call it the basement dweller. They don't do anything. They just sit in the corner. They have no soft skills to go ahead and communicate and express their value out to the world. This is something where you really, really just need to level up. And this is why we make all of our members jump into a success coaching call. I see Jay in the chat. But I'm already a senior developer, Sonny. I don't need to focus on anything else. Guys, cut this mindset. Cut it right now before this training even begins. Get rid of this mindset. Walk into every single room with an empty cup. I'm walking into this room. It doesn't matter if you've been a coder for 20 years. Walk into that room thinking, I can learn something right now that's new and I'm going to learn something. Set the intent before you go in the room. Okay? Leave the ego at the door. Go ahead and just walk into a room as I'm a developer and I'm just here to learn. That's it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's my biggest bit of advice for anyone out of here right now is ask more questions. That is it. Ask more questions. No one has ever been told off in any of my coaching calls for ever asking a question. If anything, I tell people off for not asking questions when it's too silent. Okay, this goes back to the feedback cycle. Unblock yourself, ask the right questions, get the help and mentorship from your community. If you're scared of asking questions from real people, go and ask questions from your AI agents. It's as simple as that, guys. They might not judge you and that kind of stuff, right? So all of these things can be done in parallel. Getting mentorship, staying up to date in your tech, communicating with your mentor, upgrading your career path, starting your own SaaS product, tackling your soft skills, landing your job and teaching it. And here's the facts is that I've done all of these things. I've done all of them in parallel, all together while running a YouTube channel. So I'm teaching you from my own experience. And this is what we do, aces in 0 to 4 Stack Hero. But let's go ahead and wake the fuck up because it's time. I'm not going to start on live, but wake up. And let's go ahead and jump into it. If you're blaming AI, it's the easy way out. And we're not going to do that anymore. Be a gym inside of the world. Okay. So back to the feedback cycle. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the people who are following the mindset that I'm preaching right now. Aiden is one of them, a Papa Fam Diamond member, winner of the previous AI SaaS challenge. He landed 3 freelancing clients coming out of it. And you're going to see me talk about tons of these kind of people, the students, all this kind of stuff. Tons and tons of our students around our community, all about this kind of stuff, right? Sonny, what was your final year project at university? Oh, I'll tell you about that inside the community. We've got some cool stuff that we built. Okay, so we're going to be opening the doors very shortly to our course. Okay, but let's talk about some of the real world stats and why. Because I mean, there's one thing me telling you something. We love Papa. I see that comment. But there's one thing me telling you, and then there's real world AI, like real world stats about AI. So let's talk about it. A lot of the companies are using it right now. These are massive companies that exist in the world. OpenAI is getting massive investment. If we saw the Americans are putting a massive amount of money in behind it, and there's a massive race with DeepSeek and all that kind of stuff going on. It's only going to get bigger in the software space. Okay, so everyone who tells you, oh, it's a trend, ignore it. Don't worry about it. You want to become the 1%, not the 99%, right? You want to become the 1% standing out. No matter which field you're in, AI is going to be thriving. I promise you that. I promise you that it's going to be thriving as time goes on. You're seeing it for yourself right now. Global revenues are just going up and up and up. So this is a field that you want to get into, right? It's at the forefront of growth for every single different domain right now. And here's a couple of the AI services that you should be that are being leveraged. They're either using AI under the hood or they're leveraging it. For example, Zoom leveraging it. Zapier automation using a bit more AI now. But some of the really amazing ones, obviously, that we've heard of, 11 Labs. This is for like AI voice generation. We've got amazing models such as GPT, Claude, Notion now integrated directly, Jasper, all of these AI services, and including Anthropic literally released it while we were live in the challenge 3.7. Incredible coding model with extended thinking options as well. Really, really powerful stuff. And OpenAI just released 4.5. How I feel about that one, that's very expensive. I'm not going to even lie to you about that one. This one, the cost of tokens is not, in my opinion, it's just not scalable. So this one, very good. This one, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's more good for like your discussions internally, right? I would keep that as an internal 4.5, right? So it's all about being in the future, right? So here's how I leverage it inside the apps. Some quick examples: ChatGPT clone. We built a Siri clone, which done voice analysis. We used DALL-E clone, which obviously used DALL-E for image generation, and a couple more cool apps that we went ahead and did, right? But let's talk about how it can help you inside of your software development journey. So Cursor, now let me know in the chat right now, how many of you are using Cursor? And this is an interesting one because I always get funny, interesting comments on the YouTube channel of, why are you using Cursor? You should be a real developer. Okay, shut up. Cursor is way better than coding without it. Cursor is an amazing platform. The only thing I would say, if you're using Cursor, just don't stupidly accept every suggestion that it gives you. If you cannot understand the code that it gives you, don't use the code, period. Follow that rule and Cursor can be your best friend. Okay, it's an incredible tool. It's a massive tool. I've got so much content around Cursor and different frameworks that I'm going to be using and how I use it in my personal journey as well. VS Code also has GitHub Copilot, so either one is amazing. We have debugging tools such as CodeRabbit. Amazing tools that are really, really powerful. You know, automatic code reviews. This is like game changer stuff, guys. Right? And we can speed up dreaded testings. Right? I despise writing unit tests. Are they important? Yes, for production apps. I get it. Right? I understand the flow, but I don't like writing them. AI helps me write them way quicker. Okay, let's dive into AI agents. Now, of course, we built these inside of this build. Like we did an AI agent here, which could utilize different tools, such as generation of titles, images, and all that kind of good stuff. You guys got a clear demo, and let me know right now, after the 5 days, is your understanding of AI agents clearer? I'm curious. Let me know, because we discussed it a lot, and I'm going to run through it right now. What is an AI agent? Firstly, we need to understand that this is not just a fad. It's a massive revolution. This is here to stay. AI agents are powerful as hell. This is why I'm investing so much of my own time into them. Okay. And remember, we spoke a lot about this, right? So in this case, we talked about what an AI agent is. Now here, let's define a core AI agent here. This is the AI agent right here. Yeah. Now it takes 3 things: a chat model, a piece of memory or context, and tooling. These are 3 components of an AI agent right here. Okay, chat model, memory, and tools. The chat model can be something like OpenAI chat model. It could be Claude. It could be loads of things. Then we have memory. This could be messages. It could be self-driving car, the camera, the vision, whatever input we want, which is essentially the context for the agent. And then we have the abundance of tools that we can go ahead and pass it. These tools can correlate to things like, you know, remember when we did our image generation tool, our title generation tool, anything at that point. And these could be interacting with the outside world. This is how we essentially allow our agent to act on our behalf. Okay. In ForUp is the video URL, the context. Well, the video URL is kind of like more the input, really, right? So in this case, what triggers an AI agent? We have some input that goes into it, and then we have an output that goes out of it, right? And the output being, you know, whatever message is on to the user, or if we don't even care about this, it could be whatever interactions these tools are doing with the outside world. Okay, but this is the game changer thing. It's not just a chat model. Can you see how when some people say, oh, but it's just a wrapper, blah, 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 that itself over here is an LLM. All of this stuff is additional, which makes it combined together an AI agent. Okay. So how it works, we have some kind of input into our form or into our agent. It's able to think essentially, right? By using the things that we spoke about previously, the chat model, the memory, the tooling. Okay. And then it's able to act on those actions. It's not able to just act in the terms of here's a response to what you said, but instead it's able to act via interacting with the outside world via the tooling. Prime example of a car, the input, sense the road, as we're steering the steering wheel, the kind of, the vision, the cameras, it's able to think, it processes it through the model. The context could be all of the things around it, the speed at which we're going, and the decision to act is the tooling. The tooling could be the ability to turn the wheel, the accelerate, decelerate. All of these things could be the tooling. This is a prime high-level example of an AI agent, to be honest, right? And why would we use something like AI agents? Well, the increased efficiency, which means that essentially they can do things way quicker and faster and more reliable to an extent, provided how well they've been built, right? So I'd say accuracy and consistency is more a case of it depends on your prompt engineering, essentially. 24 operation, facts. These can honestly, they don't sleep. They're working 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter when they come into play, they're going to go ahead and get in there. Scalability, essentially all they are is code. So if we can scale up code anywhere else, we can scale up code here. Decision making, 100%. We saw for ourselves as a YouTuber, if you were to go ahead and use a tool like AgentShoe, the one we built here, you guys can see for yourself, this will give me the ability to think about things on a much faster, higher level, right? I can be able to generate titles, thumbnails, inspiration, shooting scripts, all this kind of stuff. It helps me decide on what my next video should be, as well as cost saving. If I'm paying an employee right now, X amount of money, sorry, Jay, I'm joking. If I'm paying an employee right now, lots of money, there are certain jobs which I could offload to an AI agent and save myself a ton, right? So in a nutshell, they do a bunch of stuff for us. It depends on how we can build them. Now, how can we leverage AI and AI agents? Well, we used it inside of our build. There are obviously things like LangChain, LangGraph. There's other ones like Crew AI. But in this case, Vercel AI SDK was so simple. You guys saw for yourself. They have plugin modules. A lot of you were using Gemini. If you were worried about the payment side of things, we can go ahead and use, Anthropic, which is what we used as well. And you can mix and match models inside of an AI agent. Right? Ali goes, this is the best training Sunny gave so far. I appreciate you so much, guys. Right? Using automation platforms like N8N. Now, I want to stress this out the most. It doesn't matter if you can code. Let's say, for example, you're watching this right now. I guarantee there's 4,500 people in a viewing room watching this right now. Some of you don't know how to code, facts, right? If you don't know how to code, there are other platforms called N8N, which is essentially a drag and drop interface. This is a screenshot from N8N. And this essentially is a visual screenshot. So you could still leverage the power of an AI agent. But you might be wondering, well, what's the point of creating or coding then? Well, this is where the arbitrage aspect comes into it, where we create a product, we wrap it, we sell it for a certain amount a month, which is still relatively cheap. But us as the creator make a profit based on the API cost. So all of these things kind of come into play. But is N8N a good tool? 100%. I'm going to use it after this to do a lot more stuff. In fact, we used it in this challenge a ton to go ahead and determine the points, for example. Okay, so use some of these other platforms if you need to get more in depth or more granular control. LangChain, a framework to work with LLMs. LangGraph, more agentic workflows. Crew AI is a multi-agent platform. Multi-agent meaning, for example, we showed you how to do one AI agent. So this is a prime example of one AI agent here. What if we have several that are able to communicate together? Platforms like N8N, Crew AI really help us out with that, okay? So this is essentially the multi-agent workflow, where we have, for example, a management agent, which can communicate with different agents, and each one has the three aspects in which I spoke about previously. The three aspects being in context, LLM, and tools. I hope to God, let me know right now by saying yes in the chat if this is helping you understand what an AI agent is. Tell me right now in the chat, what are the three things that every AI agent needs to be classified as an AI agent? Let me know right now in the chat, okay? All of these are ways that we can go ahead and leverage it. We can use tools to make them even better, right? And inside the Puppet Farm, we build bespoke tools. We have a software house that literally builds it for clients right now. We teach it, right? And of course, inside Zero to Full Stack Hero, you can bet yourself that I'm going to be going in on this content. Right now, I can see in the chat, everyone is dropping the three key things of an AI agent: tools, LLM, context. That's it, exactly, right? All of this sounds great, but what about real world results? Sunny, it sounds cool, great, but can you actually use this stuff, right? Let's talk about it. Well, firstly, the market itself, 47.1 billion by 2030. If you want a piece of that, you don't even need a lot. You need a tiny speck of that, and it's life-changing, right? AI agents in any sector is only going up, and it's international. And I want to highlight this one. This is a very interesting fact that we found. If you look at this and notice, in America, there's a massive amount of knowledge around AI agents. Guys, the rest of the world just hasn't caught up yet. Truly, factually speaking, not many people besides like China and a few others know about it, to be honest, right now. Like, always in, it's very new in it, an infant in its stages, which means it's a goldmine opportunity. This is the .com era all over again, but for AI agentic workflows. Okay, so there's a huge amount of opportunity here. Tons of companies are using it. And how can we talk? Let's talk about some real world people that are using it. We spoke about this in day one, but I want to mention it again. This is absolutely incredible. Solo entrepreneur Zach. He's a high school student, guys. And you know why it worked for him? He didn't overthink it. He just started building it. And this is what I'm going to teach you as well today. Don't overthink it. Just start building, iterating, releasing. Yeah, this is the way you should be going, not the old school waterfall approach. We don't care about that. He made 1.72 million in sales in 1 month. This is more than people make in a lifetime sometimes. AI powered SEO bot. This one, 0 to 1 million annual recurring revenue in just 9 months with one person, right? Magnifique with 2 people, 0 to 10 million annual recurring revenue in just 1 year. Now, if there's anything that I can tell you right now, it's worth putting a gamble in here and going ahead. And I'm not even saying it's a gamble. The skills you learn are going to level you up and they're transferable. And what happens if your app doesn't work? Well, Josh Pigford is a prime example of this. He sold all of his side projects and made 70,000 US dollars in 1 year from creating apps and selling them off when he didn't think they would work, when they weren't working for him. He made 70,000. That's enough for an entire salary for a lot of people for 1 year. Okay. Absolutely huge stuff. And you can see here, if it doesn't work, don't roll it out. Not only has he made $70,000, but I can guarantee he's a better developer than what he was in the beginning before he even created the first app. So it's an iterative approach. Again, what does it go into? The feedback cycle that we spoke about earlier. That's literally how you should put all of your time. I will literally do everything in my power to make sure that every single action of my day goes back into my circle. And I truly can tell you it's gone into this, okay? And this guy has absolutely taken it to another level. I don't know if you guys remember the $1 million webpage. I'm old enough to remember that guy. But basically, it was 1 pixel on a web page for $1. And it was 1 million pixels on a page before we had 4K and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, he made $1 million off selling every single pixel on that page. And there was a bunch of different, advertising and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, he went through years of failure, years and years of failure. He didn't quit. He just kept putting in the skills back inside of it. And now he's made Calm. I can guarantee most of you have heard of this app. Calm is now worth $2 billion in its recent valuation. That's absolutely nuts. It's mind blowing. That's not even life changing. That's ridiculous money, right? Whether you're solo or not, you don't need a decade or even $1 million in seed rounds to start building your next app. It could literally be you sitting down right now, watching videos like this, sitting in your room when you have got extra time or, after work, whatever you find time, just leveraging AI to build more efficiently, more effectively, and building apps which could bring others value. Okay, this can be you. The next unicorn can be you. They're in their infancy, and I think you should all act right now. Okay, here's how I personally leverage it. We build AI agents, right? Right now, I'm in the educational sector, so I'm basically teaching how to do AI agents, right? In this case, we built an AI agent assistant, an AI help bot, a generative AI app. That's cool and all for me because I'm going ahead and teaching it, but how can you make money from it? Well, this is essentially the key is essentially SaaS, right? So software as a service. So this is essentially where you solve a problem for somebody, and ideally a specific niche, and then basically you charge them a recurring subscription plan. So it's not an easy road. There's going to be a lot of difficulties. I can tell you right now. It's definitely not one where you just pick it up and you're a millionaire tomorrow. No, but here's going to be some tactics on how you can go ahead and overcome them. First thing, start small. This is my biggest advice to everyone. Even when we do client work, start small. Build a basic app that can cover your smallest expenses, right? Then build another one. If that fails, you improve your skills, build another one. Do not sit on one app for 3 years, 4 years. Don't do it. The whole marketplace changes in 2 to 3 months sometimes, let alone 3 years. And some people, I see them sitting on an idea for 3 years. Oh, my idea is going to be the best in the world. Well, whose hands have you got into? Well, no one yet. Don't do it. Start small, iterate. If it doesn't catch on, doesn't get users, just keep iterating. And every single time you're going to become a little bit better at it. And it just takes one. It just takes one app. And even if you can get a paid customer on one app, there you go. You just sold your first offer. Okay. Remember Josh Pickford? He started with all these small ones. I can guarantee we're going to talk about Josh Pickford one day, and boom, he's going to have made $1 million or $1 billion off some other app. It just is about launching your SaaS app. But how do we launch a SaaS app? So here's the 5 steps to launching a SaaS app and succeeding. Okay. Step 1, refine a business idea and find value in it. All right. So here's the couple of questions which you should be able to answer easily. Can I explain the product in less than 10 seconds? In 10 seconds. If you can't and you're like, well, my product does this and my product does that, and it's the best, and blah, blah. No, in 10 seconds, right now, tell me in 10 seconds, what the hell does your thing do? People are scrolling through Instagram 5 seconds at a time. You got 10 seconds. That's a bonus here. If you can't do it in 10 seconds, don't expect me to listen for 60 seconds, right? Does it resonate with your target audience? Does it solve a specific problem for a specific set of people? Don't try and solve the whole world's problems. Solve it for a specific niche. Until you can answer these 2 questions, keep thinking of ideas. So that's just step 1. Step 2, get to know your target audience, right? See who currently is inside the space, and do not be naive and be like, I'm the only one inside this space. Da, 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 da. No, you're probably not. So go and find the people that are currently doing it. See what they're doing well, but see if I was using their product, how can I make it slightly better? And then I guarantee you, off of that thought chain, eventually you'll be like, hang on a minute, they don't even do this. Bam, my app now does this, it does way better. And then you might even pivot and become like, hang on a minute, this is crazy, right? Now I've figured out an amazing idea. Marius goes, are we inside our weekly coaching call? This is our weekly call, guys. Yeah, Marius Facts. This is our calls inside Zero to Full Stack Hero. Every single week we have the calls like this. And try and find and talk to your potential customers. This is the most important thing I can stress to you guys. Get real customer feedback. Don't sit there and hypothesize and kind of sit there and hypothesize over, oh, my perfect user is going to sign up and I've finished everything. And when I launch, I'm going to get 100,000 users in the next day. No, you're not. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. That's not the way it works, period. Unless you got mega viral and you got super lucky, even then, chances are you probably won't get in the hand of your potential right customer, okay? Step 3, set a smart long-term goal, right? So specific, what are you going to build? Measurable. And this is where essentially you can take this kind of this smart kind of wording into in a lot of different ways. But the way I would say is specific, nail down to a specific niche. Measurable. I do weekly sprints. So I do internal weekly sprints of, at the end of this week, I need this to deliver and I can launch it in front of someone's eyes. When we build software for clients, that's what we're doing. Weekly sprints, launch it to the customers at the end of the week. What did they like? What did they hate? Cool. We learned a bunch. Next week, let's go. Achievable. It has to be within scope. Okay, we're not going to build the entire app in the next month. Probably not, guys. So step it up into phases, make it achievable goals, and also make it make sense in your business context. It should be relevant. If you're building an app for content creators, for example, what we built here, right? So in this app right now, we built a content creation directed application. I should not be worrying about, okay, now we're going to create a little music player that pops up in the corner. So while our users are using it, they can listen to their latest favorite song. Okay. No, it doesn't make any sense. Relevant. Cut your tasks down to what makes sense in your app and be time bound. State when you'll achieve what you're going to achieve. So I use weekly goals. Like I said, weekly goals, not monthly, weekly. Okay. Step 4, MVP. Learn what this means. If you don't know what MVP means, minimum viable product. All of our clients, we typically build a minimal viable product for. Even if they don't ask for it, keep it simple. Focus on the main feature of the app. That's the key value proposition. And then get constant feedback on it and be ready that a pivot could happen. Don't be so attached to your idea emotionally. Oh my God, I'm crying if my idea isn't going to make it to the end line. It probably may not. The reality check is your idea in the beginning will likely change and it will become something different at the end of it. Same thing happened with Facebook. Same thing happened with all of the major platforms that we know about right now. There's a lot of funny apps I could talk about that have done this journey, but I'm not probably get demonetized if we talk about that, right? If you know, you know. Okay. Ines, I appreciate you. Step 5, market to these channels right here. So these are probably the only main channels you should be focusing on if you're pushing SaaS. Hacker News, Product Hunt, Indie Hackers, and Reddit. These alone, and we're not even talking about influencer marketing, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is essentially for when you reach out to influencers and be like, guys, I'm giving you a special link. If somebody signs up through your link and they pay $9.99 a month, I'm giving you $2.99 extra out of that a month. So you can make a passive income by basically selling my app for me. You see what I mean? Wow, we just got a massive donation. Thank you so much, MA Channel. 28 Canadian dollars. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. We got the hype coming in. This is awesome, guys. And we also hit 5,000 in the viewing room. Just crazy, crazy stuff, guys. Absolutely huge. This is absolutely amazing, guys. So in this case, these alone are going to take you so far. Pushing to these when you do at launch is going to be huge for you guys. I recommend loads of different podcasts out there. If you simply go to the Apple Podcast app and type in SaaS, and you'll see a ton of different SaaS products inside of it, right? So those are literally what I do day to day. My favorite podcast was Indie Hackers, but they've stopped it. It was incredible. Honestly, it was truly an incredible podcast. So I would recommend even go back and just listen to the old episodes. It's incredible. But now there's a new one called the SaaS Podcast. There's loads of them. Okay, and optional, if you have additional resources, this is what I was talking about, influencer marketing, essentially. You can define your target audience, build a website, choose paid channels as well. So there is Google ads, Facebook ads, all these kind of things. There's levels to this. You can really kind of grow it up as you wish. But in the beginning, this is absolutely free. This is free to go ahead and push to. You just got to go on these websites, set up basic accounts and push. Product Hunt. If you become product of the day, you can guarantee that if you become product of the day and you get upvoted, that you can guarantee you're going to get traffic to your website. Organic travels, launch targeted campaigns as well. Once you become profitable, my biggest advice is to reinvest. Doesn't matter whether you're doing a SaaS or whether you're doing your own business. When I make money in my business, I reinvest nearly all of it into the business. Like I'm constantly pumping money back in. People say, oh, hang on a minute, you have 2 Pro XDRs. I don't care. I'm reinvesting everything back into the business because every time I do it, it grows even more. That's what you should be doing with your SaaS or anything that you do in life. Just reinvest. You are your biggest asset. Your business is your biggest asset. This is literally what you should be focusing on: value, pouring value into the world and just making sure that you just keep on growing and reinvesting into yourself, right? Delvin goes, wow, Sonny, this is good. You're basically giving out $1 million, if not a billionaire blueprint for devs. I appreciate you so much. You don't need a business plan. You don't need to sit there and be like, I need a perfect business plan. And I had this little funny voice to be like,
I need the perfect business plan to go and get my idea out of it.
No, you don't. You don't need your stupid business plan. Just go and build something, launch it out, get it into the hands of people, okay? But Sonny, why should we care about SaaS? Okay? Like I told you about, 1.48 trillion in the space. Okay, I thought I'd throw in a bit of jokes there, right? 1.48 trillion, that's definitely not a joke. That's true, right? It's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. A lot of people are saying, well, this is a surprise. Yeah, I have so many funny little effects on this thing right here. People are ready to spend on SaaSes right now, okay? If you go to somebody and say, okay, here's my DVD product and they ain't gonna buy that crap. But if they say, if you go ahead and build a perfect website that solves a simple problem, and you say, it's only, guys, it's only $5.99 a month or $29.99. I'm gonna solve your biggest problem. And it's all online and you can access wherever you want. Cool, take my credit card, bam, sign up. People pay that. People will go to Netflix and sign up for like, $15.99 a month or something, or go to Starbucks and spend £10 on a coffee. So yes, they will spend on SaaS, right? So it's literally growing. It's an exponential market. It's huge, right? 300 billion by 2029. And again, you only need a small fraction of that to go ahead and get somewhere, right? So if you're still debating to launch your SaaS today, then I don't know what I could do to persuade you. But in my opinion, this is the most exciting thing in the world, in my opinion, right now, okay? There's something you need to keep in mind with pricing as well. This is probably one of the most important things, and this is AI arbitrage. We spoke about it before, but I'm going to run you over it once again. This is super important, and also super important that we give Jay a shout out because those gifts are legendary. Okay, so let's look at the example. I gave this in day one, but I'm also going to give it today. We have Mr. Beast. He's a creator. He makes videos for a living. He has a couple of core problems in his content creation process. Those problems stem down to things like the idea generation, the scripting, the shooting and releasing. We're not going to try and tackle every single one of his problems. We're going to focus on a subset of his problems, idea generation and scripting. We basically create a solution for that. We target it, and the ultimate outcome, remember, you want to sell by outcome. You don't sell by saying, my tool is the best tool in the world. The outcome is what you're selling. Okay, Mr. Beast, I can help you create several more videos, and whatever that allows you to earn, that's on you. But I'm just going to help you create several more videos for a really cheap amount a month. Okay, so in this case, this is going to help him overcome a struggle that every content creator has. And then we're going to build a app, for example, the full AI agent SaaS app source code that I'm going to give out to you guys. And then now you can see we solved this issue, and therefore the creator can create more videos. Therefore, they attach the success with your monthly subscription. Boom, cheap as hell. If it's $9.99 a month for them to create more videos, because they can generate ideas quicker, they can script. That is a prime example of how you can go ahead and leverage, and you can sell by outcome, right? So in this case, for example, Harry, another content creator, makes one video versus Jim, who spends $9.99 a month leveraging the app, makes a ton more videos, and as a result makes a ton more money. So paying you $9.99 doesn't even bother him in the slightest. Okay, back to AI arbitrage. What does that even mean? Well, all the arbitrage essentially means is when you can get something at a price. For example, let's say we get our AI over here for $3, and let's say that's $3 for 1 million of these tokens. Okay, we're selling it for $9.99, wrapped up in a really nice bundle, and this is our product that solves the big issue for a user. Cool, $3, and we're selling it for $9.99, provided we have the mechanisms in play. That means that this person doesn't spend over, equivalent of, like, let's say 10 billion tokens, and then their bill alone is now like $10 a month, or $100, whatever. Then the point of it is you'll be making profit based off of that. So let's say, for example, you priced it $10 per month per user, and the API cost for you per user was $2.50 if they're running up the bill on your app. Okay, and remember, you don't have to use the same model. So parts of your app can use more expensive models. Let's say a really intensive call was used. For that really intensive call, we could use the best model that would solve that. But for the small classification problem, was the question that Sunny asked me in the tool a conversational question, or was it a mathematical question? Because that will determine which agent it will then select afterwards to do the calculation. For that, we could use something like GPT-4o Mini. And now you're suddenly squeezing down the bill. You also have tons of other tools, for example, prompt caching. These are techniques whereby you have massive system prompts which get spend tokens every time. Why? Use something like prompt caching, and that will allow you to essentially go ahead and store it in a cached memory. So when it subsequently reads from the cache, it's way cheaper. And when can this be really good? Let's say, for example, we gave an AI model an entire book and said, here you go. That's like 30,000 tokens or something, whatever it is. Now, every time we ask the AI a question, we don't want to have to spend 30,000 tokens just to use that. No, so we use prompt caching to ensure that we don't have to spend the same amount of tokens. We spend it once, we read from the cache memory, and it's way cheaper. So you can go ahead and do loads of tricks around this to go ahead and increase your profit margin, and therefore your monthly profits are huge. So this is truthfully how I would do it. So this is why I'm bringing it to you guys. This is stuff which, in my opinion, just ain't spoken about. Instead, people are speaking about hype. They're speaking about all this other stuff, but they're not showing you how to optimize down, run the bill down, and how you can even use different models based on different problems in the business. There's a very good article by the guys over at Claude on how to build effective AI agents. If you Google Claude, how to build effective agents, it'll come up with a paper. I'm not lying about this. You can go read it yourself. Go check it yourself. It's an amazing paper, and that is literally what I teach inside of Zero to Full Stack Hero. Okay? And that's only for one user. Imagine when you scale to 1,000. 1,000 is relatively small, by the way, in the grand scheme of things, right? But even at the point of 1,000 users, you could be making 10,000 a month, so forth. This is all, it can get crazy fast, crazy huge. And you're talking money, which is just unfathomable compared to a 9-to-5 job. Okay. So now that you know how to leverage AI arbitrage, Jay, with these gifts, honestly, right? This is why I've introduced it into our course, Zero to Full Stack Hero, where we have weekly mentorship on all of this stuff. We are now discussing AI agents, how to build profitable SaaSes, AI agentic workflows. And there's something very, very important that needs to be stressed about this, right? this is so quickly evolving. You have to be part of a dynamic, evolving community so that you can go ahead and get the most up to date information. I just read someone's comment. I just want to see, is that Agent 47 going crazy? I was wondering, that's so funny. But guys, if you want to go ahead and learn all of this, what's the tech stack that you should learn? Because this is called a full stack developer training, of course, right? So the tech stack you should learn, of course, we got the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you dive into React. Once you've got React 19 is pretty damn powerful now as well. And of course, because of that, we've built a book. So by the end of today, we'll send you out the React 19 cheat sheet from the Papa Fam out to you guys for absolutely free as well. So another freebie for you, another reason for you to destroy the like button right now. And of course, like, why React, right? Amazing opportunities here, whether or not you use it for just a job opportunity or whether or not you use it for the SaaS development, it's a required tool and it's in demand, okay? It's a #1 used framework, massive jobs around the world, super active community, it's on the up. So a lot of companies are using it, but I don't recommend that you just use React. Inside Zero to Full Stack Hero, we teach you about next.js. And next.js is much more sort of, this is what we didn't really cover it there, but next.js essentially is the framework for how we go ahead and use React. That's more important. But there's other elements to our development. There's Zustand. Zustand is a state management tool. And if you're still talking about Redux, Redux is very good inside of the production world, but for your own projects, there are more modern tools. Zustand is a very easy to set up tool. You don't have to follow, the massive boilerplates of Redux and those things. There are much better tools, Zustand, or simply the React Context API with the new use hook. So many new powerful ways of using state or global state inside of our application. Right? And of course, as I mentioned, Next.js is the king, the absolute goal, the growing framework of the year, every year right now in the web dev space, right? And there's devs, he nailed it with this one on Twitter. If SEO is important, go with Next.js. Otherwise, go with Next.js. Facts, right? Next.js 15 is incredible. It's powerful. I teach all of this inside the community first before I go onto YouTube and start making videos on it. It's an absolute beast where you can build powerful hybrid apps. Next time somebody says, why aren't you using Express? Why aren't you keeping up to date? Why am I doing air quotes to that? Why are you not keeping up to date? If somebody says use Node or Express, use Next.js. You can build a whole damn API and do it in a much more efficient way than using Express, right? There's no reason to just use Express anymore, right? Next.js 15.2 is that latest release. We cover this again in the course. It's loads of good stuff inside there. Again, prime example of how things evolve so quick and you need to be at the forefront of it all. Better SEO, again, feeds into the marketing side of things, which leads to more traffic, which leads to more people using your website. It is and it will be relevant. The little drops that you see here are just when people transition to the new version. It's the most popular by far. And again, you can see it's still outperformed Express. So everyone who's out there saying Express, shut up. All right, let's carry on. We cover this in depth inside Zero to Full Stack Hero as well. Of course, then we've got TypeScript. If you're still coding with just JavaScript, you're basically just playing with fire at this point. I honestly, once you know about TypeScript and you know how to use it, anyone who suggests just using JavaScript, I'm sorry, I disagree with it massively. TypeScript is there for a reason. If you don't like it, it's because you don't know how to use it properly. That's just the truth. I'm sorry, it is the truth. It's not about wasting time. I find it way quicker to code with TypeScript. You just have to learn to be better with it. That's the truth, okay? But what about the other, and any other tools we should know about, right? Anyone who knows about this GIF knows the OGs. No one does authentication better than Clerk. And we use Clerk in many of our challenges, many of our videos, and for good reason. One, the team is damn awesome. They're so quick and evolving with all of their goodness inside. But guys, they're by far the most comprehensive user platform, a management platform on the entire planet, in my opinion, right? They have multi-factor authentication, SMS and one-time passwords, social logins. They have single sign-ons, passwords, bot detection, advanced security. All of that goodness is baked in, and it's so effortless and easy to use. And I always get the question over and over and over again, oh, we should learn how to build it ourselves. Why? Why is my question. Why? Next time you use an image on your website, go paint the image yourself. This is a stupid thing. I'm sorry, but like, if you want to go ahead and focus on product, offload the authentication. I will say it proudly on stream right now. I don't build my own authentication. Why would I? There's no need. I'll probably have more of a chance of messing it up than doing it well. So Clerk solves the problem. Amazing, generous free tip, but Sonny, they're so expensive. Well, they're not expensive. They have 10,000 monthly active user limit for absolutely free. And if you remember the AI arbitrage example that I just gave you, if you have 10,000 monthly active users and you are not making more than $25 a month, you suck at pricing. I'm sorry. That's a fact. I'm just going to be the realest mentor to you right now. You suck at pricing if you cannot generate more than $25 a month with over 10,000 monthly active users. At that point, you are the problem, not the provider. Okay? So in this case, it's all about learning mentorship, how to do things better. Clerk, handle it. They're trusted by massive startups and world's largest companies like Vercel and Stripe, and they have seamless and really, really awesome SDKs that just work. Anything you're using, right? Whether it's Expo, React Native, Next.js, backend, whatever it is, it just works, right? There's a few others out there, but in my opinion, Clerk is my favorite. And they have tons of integrations, including Convex. Convex is another amazing database provider that we use. We used it in this build. We use it there and more, right? But there's even more. And in this challenge, you guys saw it for yourself. Remember, guys, when Stripe was a huge pain in the ass to set up, guys? Well, here's where Schematic came in. Now, make noise in the chat right now, because Schematic is the just holy grail that was just destined to come at some point. But Schematic just solved so much. And the reason why in this challenge, the really amazing thing that we saw in this challenge is brand new tech that is up and coming, that is literally going ahead and absolutely changing things up. They are players in the space where you want to be behind it early on. Schematic is a prime example. They're growing so fast. The fact is that we were able to get the developers in the community, overcome any issues that were going on, get past it all. But the main thing was we didn't interact with this single webhook. A single webhook was not touched, and we got the whole payment flow working. Look at the chat right now. Everyone knows the power of Schematic after using this, right? Feature flags, we saw how they work. We can use them in so many different versatile ways. They just give us the tool set, and we can go ahead and implement it however the hell we want it. Delvin goes, Schematic is next level good. Gaurav goes, it wrapped the entire payment system. Amen to that. Willow Papa goes, I will not miss Stripe hooks. Amen to that. This song is a banger as well. All right. You simply have drag in, drop in purchasing components beyond the simple checkout pages. So no longer are we just playing around with the Stripe checkout. We now just use the drag and drop components from Schematic, and within like a handful of lines of code, the entire thing is implemented and working the way we expect it. Upgrades, downgrades, usage quotas, the whole lot is going ahead and supported by metering inside Schematic. These guys just know what they're doing. It's absolutely awesome. And you saw for yourself, Ryan, and shout out to Finn and the rest of the team, Giovanni, all of the guys are over there. They're just amazing devs doing amazing stuff, and I'm behind it all the way. And I think you guys saw why as well, right? They're solving a huge, huge problem. They got tons of new things coming out. So you guys can go ahead and feel free to continue using Schematic even after these builds in your own SaaS products. And they just look clean as hell. They fit in all of your different apps, regardless of which apps you are going ahead and pushing, or which variations, new features, color schemes you're pushing. They allow us to leverage Stripe to its full potential. Okay, so obviously that was Schematic, but how do we make our apps look good? Okay, so of course we've talked about Clerk for authentication, Schematic for the payments, but what about the looks of our application, right? Seth Rogen, you cannot tell me any other way. He's a funny guy, right? Tailwind CSS is the god of this, right? Everyone who hated on it in the beginning, Tailwind CSS is here to stay. It's amazing. We talked about container queries as well inside of this 5-day challenge, but the first step is download the IntelliSense plugin for VS Code or for Cursor, and you want to go, Cursor is built on VS Code, just clearing that one up. Styling's never been easier. With a simple couple lines of utility classes inline, you can go ahead and style up an app in a billion different ways, and you can have your breakpoints and do all the hard work for allowing you to build a mobile responsive app. Okay, so Tailwind is the way to absolutely go here. And as you can see here, like mobile first responsive design. George Asprey goes, Clerk is just amazing. Thank you, Sonny, for dropping diamonds. You're absolutely welcome. Ines says, Tailwind 4 is much better than the old one. Amen to that. We use Tailwind 4 inside of the challenge as well. My Free Spirit said, I had no experience with Tailwind prior to this challenge. I learned it on the go and I love it. So shout out to the Tailwind team. Honestly, absolutely killing it. And it's so small. And it barely uses any space, right? We also have Shadcien and Daisy UI. Shadcien and Daisy UI, two incredible, powerful component libraries. Well, not really component library. Shadcn is like a copy paste CLI driven library, but it's incredible. Daisy UI is more Tailwind oriented, so it kind of injects Tailwind utility classes into our app as well. But both are absolutely incredible services. We use both. And again, all of this we teach inside of papareact.com/course. Someone said, why not Bootstrap? I'll let you guys fight in the chat right now about why we should never touch Bootstrap again. Because the problem with Bootstrap is, a website is given, when a website uses Bootstrap, it uses Bootstrap. That's terrible. Okay. But leveraging technical concepts is just not enough, right, to land a job. Do you want to know the secret, in my opinion, as to how you can land your six-figure developer job, or you can go ahead and use those skills to transfer over to the SaaS world or whatever the case, right? It's about mindset, right? So let's go ahead and get started right now. So YouTube is essentially, I kind of got a bit mixed up there. My main point here when I got to this point is, how would I propose that you learn moving forward, right? So where did I begin? I started on YouTube. I started with books, and then you might naturally run into like tutorial hell and sort of the aspect of how do I escape a tutorial hell? In this case, joining communities like Zero to Full Stack Hero, the Facebook community that we have, but that's discontinued now, it's crap. A school community, universityofcode.com, Discord communities, or whatever it is, be a part of a community, right? For example, two of our incredible members, Dash and Adil, they leverage the Papa Fam Zero to Full Stack Hero community. They leverage the mentorship, the community, and the coaching calls. Now they have their own consulting company, and they work as well for the Papa Fam software house, and they're absolutely killing it, guys, right? You can also be teaching, coaching, mentoring on the side. I did this on the side while I was working, while I was at university, while I was doing loads of different things to cover all of my food, my expenses. While everyone else was eating baked beans, I was eating very nice food, okay? I never went bad with eating because I was just teaching, making money on the side, okay? But how do you find students to teach? And also, you might be wondering, I'm not good enough to teach other students. Well, if you can literally change the color of an HTML title, you know something that somebody who has never coded before, you're a level up from them. You can teach them that. So you technically can teach. The point is, it doesn't matter where you are, right? Because baked beans are elite. Amen to that. Right, where can you find your students? All of the things on the screen right now, all of these are awesome places to find students. Do not underestimate LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn is the OG one. It's amazing for finding clients, right? Then, of course, you can freelance. You can be your own boss. There's so many different avenues. Here's a couple of examples from our community. Fernando Segre landed his first freelancing gig once he joined the community. Monwa Khan, internship job after joining the community. And then afterwards, he messaged me specifically telling me that he actually landed freelancing clients afterwards. Aim for several sources of income. Now, the biggest thing I want to crush here, absolutely level it out, is are you secure when you have a 9-to-5 job? Hell to the no. You are not secure when you have one source of income stream. I'm sorry, you're just not. Because every time you hear someone goes, I got laid off from work. Well, no shit. If you didn't have any other income streams, of course, your security is down the drain. You have to build up several sources of income. Whether it's teaching, whether it's freelancing, whether it's your day job, whether it's SaaS products, whatever it is, stack them up. There's no rule book which says you only need one source of income. But if you have just the one source of income, you can tell for yourself when the markets swing or something goes wrong or something like that, you're just gonna, you only have yourself to cry about. And we're not talking about being the 99% of people out here. We're talking about being the 1% who stand out. So go ahead and make sure you do that, right? Remember our old friend Jimmy? I'll go ahead and I'll dive into this after we go ahead and do something, because we already spoke a lot about the analogies today. We're going to come back into this right now. But comment right now, more importantly, if you personally right now want to take action and achieve results, comment in the chat saying, I got this. And tell me which income stream is your next one that you want to introduce to your stack. 5,200 people watching across platforms right now. Absolutely incredible. Amity goes, I got this. Marius goes, I got this. Amazing stuff, guys. Keep on sending in your chats. I'm going to read these out as we go on. Absolutely amazing stuff. Liz says, I got this. SaaS. Prime Agent says, SaaS products. I got this. Everyone's loving SaaS. Amazing, amazing stuff, guys. This is what we're talking about. Stephen Watkins, he's in the chat right now, guys. Digital Alchemist. He was the previous challenge runner-up winner. Landed a senior web dev job right after the challenge. Incredible stuff. And also in the community, you guys saw him for yourself. He's in the chat right now. These are prime people. Brian Huff, he's literally one of my one-to-one mentees, and a lot of them I tend to keep private, but Brian is one definitely public for good reason, because he's an AWS hero at Amazon, speaks at tons of conferences, and he's one of my Papa Sapphire members, which is my exclusive one-on-one mentorship program. Absolutely killing it, and we do weekly check-ins. We do so much work together. Absolutely crushing it, guys. Alex Eklund, Papa Diamond member, landed his first job as a front-end developer, worked around the world in Thailand. I have a podcast with him if you feel like you want to listen to it. Gabriel Graves works at PayPal, six-figure job. Rocky Morgan, MasterCard. Gary Ball, landing a front-end developer job. Yuan, promotion after mentorship inside the course. Momwar Khan, Fabia Mandike of Vodafone. Luke Menton after he joined in from a challenge. Samuel Pazzini after he won a challenge. Again, this is absolutely incredible. Alexander won 2 hackathons after coming into the community from the Web3 challenge. Akos after winning, I think he was a runner-up winner to one of the previous challenges. Absolutely killing it. Rogers came from Kenya. Crazy. Like, this is just like, it's like Eminem rapping through fucking testimonials. These are all true people, true real stories, and this is it. You just cannot make it up. It makes like, you know, the hair on my skin stand up like every time I go through this, because it's just crazy, the potential in this space. And when I hear somebody say there's not enough, or the jobs are going, or AI, I'm just like, shut up. There is so much to be grateful for, and you're in the right niche. You could be doing anything else right now, but you're in the perfect tech niche. And it's just literally, you have a gold mine in front of you, and it's just, it's frustrating. Just stay positive with it, guys. So many more of these students exist out there. You can be one of them. Liz goes, FYI, before agency, but I was looking for front end. After, I'm a full stack all the way. Hell yes, Liz. That's what I'm talking about. What was the common point for every single one of these people? They joined the community and they leveraged it. They had direct mentorship and help completing this feedback cycle that we spoke about earlier. That's so important, that feedback cycle. And they had constant progression to stay ahead of the competition. Look at me as a prime example. I just do the same feedback loop, but in different ways right now. I set crazy deadlines for YouTube videos. I set crazy deadlines for client work. I set crazy deadlines for coursework. Just so that way I continue my continuous constant progression. And then in every aspect of my life, I have mentors who I go ahead and get mentored from, and they allow me to keep on leveling up. And again, I couldn't find the community that I needed, so I built the Papa Fam community, Zero to Full Stack Hero. So these 3 things are the core pillars that allow us to optimize in our best way. Here's a couple of the modules that we cover inside Zero to Full Stack Hero. Main ones considering our AI mastery and the SaaS guide that I want you guys to remember. And of course, all the tech that you guys see in today's world, as well as, you know, some of the new bits of tech, schematic, you know, all these cool things here, Sanity as well. We cover all of it inside the course. We have everything you need to succeed, including the weekly coaching course, all of the community, everything to go from zero up and absolutely all the way up until you landing your first job and more. It's a dynamic course unlike any others, right? Starter guide, roadmap, all of this goodness. And we have over 1,000 students crushing it right now that you guys saw. So Ines Santos, you guys can see right here. And honestly, the truth of a challenge is because you guys get to, there's only so much I can say that will get you to understand the power of the community. But these challenges, you see it for yourself. Nobody got blocked for long enough. It's the best damn developer community on the universe. We the best, literally. Facts on that. It's the best. You guys are part of the best developer community on the planet. If you put us in a room of other developers and you put the entire Papa Fam squad in a room of other developers, who do you think is going to make the most noise and be the ones supporting each other, absolutely crushing it, driven as hell to become the best? That gives me goosebumps. That is literally what the Papa Fam is about. Right, we've got lifetime membership options, but we'll cover this in just a second, like later on when we open the doors to this. And remember, stick around to the end of today to get the React 19 content we spoke about. But it's time for the winner reveal, guys. I want to try and find a song which does this moment justice, right? This is the moment that you guys have been waiting for. The winner reveal. I think we do the anthem for this one. What do you guys think? Remember, let's do the anthem for this one. The time for the winner reveal, guys. You guys absolutely worked so hard to build out all of your builds inside of this 5-day challenge. Winner reveal. we've got Apple MacBook Pro. That's the biggest prize we've ever done on this channel, as well as the complete mentorship package. So everything we spoke about, I'm giving it to you on a plate, right? Apple MacBook Pro, first place prize. Second place, Keychron K8 keyboard and a platinum membership to the outstanding Zero to Full Stack Hero community. And then of course, third place, we've got all the Clerk swag packs, the Puppet GitHub repo, all of that insane cool stuff to go ahead and give away, guys. Get your phones ready, and I want you, if you haven't already, pull your phone out right now, because this is gonna be the hype, this is gonna be the best moment ever, right? Go ahead, tag me on your phones right now on Instagram at SSSSanga, because this is gonna be one moment you do not wanna forget and you wanna save it. Let's go ahead and reveal our winner nominations, guys. Everyone right here is nominated to win this challenge. Who do you think's actually won this challenge, guys? Go ahead and make some noise right now. I want to see all of your suggestions. I want to see everyone who you thought won. This is what I love right now. Third place winner, guys. Who's going to be the third place winner? We're going to start with third place and we're going to dive into it. Go ahead and have a look yourself. Right? Let's go ahead and see for ourselves. I'm going to bring the music down a little bit. Who do we think third place is, guys? Could it be Liz? Could it be Michael? Could it be Delvin? Could it be Manoj, Brendan, Sick, James, Tuttle, Edward, Dinesh, Othmain, Sedant? Who could it be? Third place winner of this challenge, guys, is, get ready, a huge congratulations to, boom, Siren McGovern. Well done, dude. Siren, you won third place in this 5-day challenge. But here's the thing, Siren's already part of the community, so you absolutely smashed it. So we did something very, very special for Siren, and where Siren is already a member of the Papa fam, we've gone ahead and given him a complete diamond upgrade instead of the Papa GitHub repo. So Siren, you've just got yourselves hundreds of pounds of worth to upgrade, and now you're officially a diamond member inside the community, as well as getting all of the Clerk swag packs as well. So a massive shout out, and Siren as well. Everyone in this community appreciates you because you absolutely helped out everyone. So you get a free upgrade to the diamond community and the diamond plan, as well as getting all of the Clerk swag packs. So I'll see you in all the weekly mentorship calls, Siren. You absolutely deserve it. An awesome, awesome member of the community, guys. There we go. Siren, hey, look at that. Everyone, look at the chat popping off. This is what I'm talking about. Siren goes, thank you so much, everyone. Amazing, amazing stuff, guys. Second place, guys. I want to know that first song that we had in the beginning. I don't know what it was. I'm trying to find it. It was like the OG Papa Fam song. I don't know what it was. Was it I'm Still Dancing? Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. These are all the other ones. I'm going to try and find it. If I don't find it, I'm just going to jump straight through it. But I don't know what it was called. Oh, I don't know what it was called. It was like the OG one back in the day. Okay, my music just crashed, so I'm not going to play around with that too much. I'm going to do the OG song one more time. Every time I do that, I break it, and then I end up messing something up. But a massive shout out to Siren. Well done, Siren. I think we're going to do the anthem all over again, to be honest, because I think it's the only one that gives it the exact amount of hype that we end up needing. Was it this one? No, I don't know. Oh, it was this. I found it. Yes, this was when we launched the Pop Fam. I love this track. All right, here we go, guys. Second place winner. If you know, you know. Second place winner. This is the Keychron K8 keyboard and a platinum subscription to the Zero to Full Stack Hero community. Who do you think it is, guys? Delvin, Aiden, Rebecca, Ishita, Peter Thomas. Who do we think it is? When it drops, we're going to go in there. Who's got the second place? This one was so hard. This was so hard to decide because first and second place were like super close to each other. So who do we think it is, guys? Guesses come in. Second place winner, guys, is boom, Ayush Jaswal. Oh wow, Girl in Code actually guessed it perfectly, bang on. Boom, there you go, guys. Ayush Jaswal, congratulations for second place winning. Absolutely well deserved. Honestly, such a clean build submitted, as well as such a high level of engagement inside the community. So a massive shout out to Ayush Jaswal. You've won a Keychron K8 keyboard, as well as a platinum membership worth £600 coming your way absolutely free. This is it's a huge win, so absolutely should be proud of yourself, and more so than anything, huge shout out because you were an incredibly supportive member of the community. Guys, we have 5,500 people watching right now. That's absolutely incredible. YouTube is 110, oh no, 142 right now. And then the viewing room is 5,000-ish people. Honestly, it's insane. It drops like a few hundred at a time. It's crazy right now. I don't know, because y'all need to update their stats as well, to be fair, but it's absolutely incredible. Now, guys, I'm going to do the one thing that I know best. The OG song has to come for the winner reveal. It just has to. So we got Ayush for the winner. First place. Who's ready for this one? I want to see your suggestions for the first place right now. First place winner, guys. Go ahead and make some noise right now. Biggest ever prize we've ever given away on any single challenge out there. So let me know who you think won the challenge right now. I'm gonna have a little water break while we wait for this one. Oh, I love seeing the community come together like this. Delvin, you're absolutely welcome. You done amazing. First place, guys. Oh, Jay, I love this. I absolutely love this. Who do you think won, guys? And this was locked in before the challenge, before this final day started. So we'd already decided, guys. Say congratulations to the first place winner. Absolutely massively deserved. Ready? Boom! Stephen Watkins. I could not be more happy. You absolutely deserve this one, Stephen. Huge win. It's just such an incredible member of the community. Hands down, well deserved. I think everyone in the chat already knew it was coming. Winner of the 5-day AI Agent SaaS Challenge, Stephen Watkins. Stephen, you've won an Apple MacBook Pro and the full diamond package. He goes, thank you so much, everyone. Dude, you're absolutely welcome. This is well deserved. I saw you active throughout the entire community. You just are honestly an incredible person, an incredible developer. And I love to see the support that you were giving everyone else, as well as the engagement in the community. Honestly, it's just, you should be so proud of yourself. Like, you deserve this more than anyone. It's new MacBook Pro and the complete mentorship experience. Everyone, just give him a massive thank you and congratulations for that. Huge, well deserved. I think the whole chat knew that you were winning before it even came out. So amazing stuff. Now, guys, that's not all, by the way. So, by the way, firstly, the competition between Ayush and Stephen was very close. I'm not gonna lie, it all came down to the final bit of the functionality and the community engagement. You should see, we have an AI agent right now scraping a bunch of like points and stuff for us that helps us out in deciding this stuff, and it was honestly constantly like ding between the two of you. So it was nuts. It was very difficult to decide the winner, but in the end there was a differentiator that made the choice. There was a clear differentiator, and it was down to the bug fixing and getting things over the line. So Stephen, you absolutely crushed it. Guys, I also want to mention there was a special announcement. Some of you might have already seen inside the community, there was not only these key players, there was also so many more, but in particular, there was one person who really stood out. And what we decided to do is something special that honestly could be considered as more than a win, honestly, in many ways. And this person, I truly believe, not only was the app incredibly massive, but I personally think that they just deserve a true golden route to mentorship. And I'll be personally bringing this person on board with myself inside the Papa Fam software house, which, by the way, I have never ever done before from a challenge. So this is something that I really want to stress. It's absolutely huge, and somebody special got this. Any idea of who got this, guys? Go ahead and let me know who you think got this special announcement. Because this one was absolutely crazy. I'll be honest. There's no way I could leave this on the ledge. This person, I was about to give it away. This person really absolutely deserves it all the way. Aman Jamwani, Girl and Code, they're saying some people, Ms. Mason, we got AZ. Everyone's dropping in their suggestions. Guys, it was, are you ready? Aiden Joshi, guys. 13-year-old, and he won the previous challenge as well. Absolutely killed it. And guys, I thought there is no way he's not getting something out of this. So I'll be personally bringing Aiden into the Papa Fam Software House, and I will be mentoring him exclusively into our community of developers. So we have a pretty elite team inside the Papa Fam Software House. Aiden, you are now part of it, and you are now going to be helping me personally on the side of building some pretty damn awesome projects. So congratulations, Aiden. You've essentially been hired to a degree, right? In this case, you're now going to be a part of the Papa Fam Software House as well. So Aiden, absolute superstar. You guys saw him in the chat, absolutely popping off. It was a clear, honestly, it was very, very much. You guys saw it yourselves. And I also want to give a massive shout out to Mason Shetty. I saw you massively active. Liz Myers, massively active in the community as well. Ines, huge throughout the entire challenge. I see you guys as well. You guys are absolutely killing it. Mario's OG in the community. You guys know how it was. Coded Arhan, huge as well. Jacopo, so many people who honestly deserve a huge shout out here. Girl in Code as well. I see you guys. Absolutely incredible stuff. Now, guys, congratulations to all of the winners out here today. We're going to go ahead and also we've got more. We've got more to go ahead and give inside of this challenge right now. I think it was it this one? I think it was this song. Was it Your Game? I think it was this one. Oh yeah, there's so many OG tracks. If you know, you know. All right, guys, the moment that you guys have been waiting for, the winners have been announced, the prizes have been given now. We're going to send you out all of the free source code, all of the free goodies. And now we're going to open up an exclusive offer at the end of a challenge, which we only do on challenge time only. This will not be available at any other point. And we're essentially going to open up the doors to you guys with our new modules, which are the AI modules and the agent content as well. So we've got so much more agentic content inside of the course right now. But before we start, I want to ask you a question. If you were to go to university, or if you were to compare it to something else, what would be your tuition fees? Now, let's think about it. When I went to university, I'm talking, I spent $9,000 to $11,000 per year for 4 years, and I didn't get a job out of it. So what we've tried to do is create an accessible way to solve all of those criteria, being in a community, getting the mentorship that you deserve, all while making it scalable, all while making it effectively, you know, something realistic. The Prime Agent says 9,000. I'm assuming it's a year as well. Mason Shetty goes 40K in South Africa. It's crazy how expensive it can be, guys. But I will not let my students make the same mistake that I made, which is truthfully a mistake, because you do not need to go to university and do what everyone else thought you had to do to go ahead and get it done. This course is over 20 times cheaper than university, and you get so much more. It's just ridiculous, and it keeps evolving. So one mentorship price, and then you're in there forever, and you got access to all of our incredible students and our amazing community. Think about it. Siren, Digital Alchemist, we've got Marios, we've got all of these key players, all of them inside the Zero to Full Stack Hero. This gang that you can essentially be a part of for life, and you never ever will get stuck and held underneath it, right? But I'll do you one better. The goal is to empower everyone. That means everyone, whether you're a student, whatever level you're at. The typical price of Platinum is $597 and Diamond $997. But today, we're slicing those down to $497 and $697. Okay, so it's absolutely incredible what we're doing here. We're chucking down each of them. Mainly, the Diamond is getting chopped by so much. But I think we can do even better than that, guys. I think there can be so much more that can be given to you guys. And that's why not only are we chopping it from $497 down to $358 for Platinum, but Diamond is going from £997 all the way down to £448. And I'm only letting the first 20 people get it. And the reason why I'm doing 20 people only is because I want people of that caliber in this community. We're talking about the Stevens, we're talking about the Aidens, we're talking about the Sirens, we're talking about everyone that was absolutely golden inside of this community. I want those people. So the first 20 people to go ahead and use the coupon codes over here right now. I'll put them a bit bigger on the screen right now. But this is essentially what you can go ahead and do. Jay, prep the landing page so we can go ahead and switch it on. If you want to be a part of this community and be one of our incredible students, remember, a part of a gang of developers who are just family. This is a family community. It's literally there to stay for the rest of your life. This is it, guys. If you want to be a part of this, now it's your turn to go ahead and be inside of something like this, right? I'm going to go ahead and bring this on as well. You want to be a part of a community like this, where it's not just a 5-day challenge. It's something that you can go ahead and be a part of every single week on and week off, right? You can go ahead and do this. One-time exclusive discount. First 20 people to go ahead and get this huge saving. And as I mentioned before, the course is now hyper-focusing on AI and AI agents, building a profitable SaaS, AI agentic workflows, building profitable SaaS businesses, and also all of the cutting-edge technology, the next.js 15s, all of that cool goodness inside of it. So guys, without further ado, we are going to open the doors to the course right now. Somebody says, can you accept crypto payments? Yes, we do. I'll let you know the instructions for that as soon as we open the doors. But guys, we're going to open it in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Doors are now open. First 20 people can go ahead and get their access over here. So Platinum 358, Diamond 448. Jay, do they have to use a coupon code to get that? Is my question. papareact.com/course. Siren goes, this community has genuinely changed my life, and that's no joke. You will not regret it. So guys, all you have to do to get those prices right now for the first 20 people, papareact.com/course. So you simply go over to papareact.com/course. So head over to papareact.com/course and you will land over on the page right now. And you can see the mega sale is now live. It's only going to be live for 1 hour, 30 minutes. So this is literally going to be while I'm live streaming, because I plan on being live for the next hour and a half. You guys can see yourself. We've got the AI mastery module, the comprehensive SaaS module. And again, every single week we are jumping through on coaching calls. Guys, this is the cheapest we will ever drop the course to. Diamond is literally a steal at this moment. Ines says, Sunny Sanga, do you do mentoring in the course? 100%. Every week I'm there. Every week. Diamond, we literally do weekly. Platinum is every fortnight. So if you join Diamond, every single week you'll be in a coaching call with yours truly. And Platinum is going to be every single fortnight. So yes, every single week there are coaching calls, and those go ahead and get recorded and added back into the project and back into the course. You will go ahead and get access to everything, as well as, you know, all of the coaching calls, all of those things. We've got a massive amount of success stories down here. You can feel free to look yourself. But you're going to go ahead and get additional weekly coaching calls in the Diamond, 170 plus hours of additional exclusive mentorship content, exclusive access to a network of a huge, developers. We also have some amazing students on call right now. So right now, I'm actually going to bring on some of our students themselves to go ahead and give you guys a little breakdown of what's going on. So we're just queuing them up right now. You guys will be able to see for yourself. We have one of my one-on-one students, Brian, lined up right now. And I want to go ahead and bring him inside the call. But remember, at any moment, guys, all you got to do to join the community is head over to papareact.com/course. While I'm live on the screen right now, it will be these prices, right? Or the first 20 people. The first thing to come, that's what's going to happen. So if you go to this link right now, papareact.com/course, you will find these prices. And these are the cheapest I will ever do the course, period. After this, they go back up and there's no going back. Because like I said, we want to have incredible students inside of our course. So go ahead and join in. And as always, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of our incredible students, Brian. Let me go ahead and bring him in right now. Cool. So let's go ahead and bring Brian in. Let's see. Let me just get him on the screen. Brian, what is up, dude? Let me go.
What's going on?
Yo,
How's
what's up? Doing awesome, dude. Good to have you on the stream. Let me just go ahead and make sure everyone can hear you very clearly. And yeah, Brian, welcome. How's everything?
Thanks. Yeah, everything's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you been doing? Like, loving the challenge. Obviously, like, AI is huge. We talk about this all the time, but like, oh my gosh, like what a time to be in tech right now. I mean, think about like when I started coding, right? That was like 5-ish years ago, 4-ish years ago. And like I like couldn't even imagine the tech that we have available now. Like the whole world is just crazy.
Dude, it's
The
insane.
opportunities here.
And you yourself actually came through a challenge. So let's talk about that. Which challenge did you come into? I think it might have been like back in the day when we did Netflix or one of them.
Yeah, it was definitely it was like a full stack cloud build. And then I saw that
Nice.
and I was like hooked. I'm like, okay, like if I can do this from my laptop, like
Yeah.
what else is possible? But that was before I was able to like actually like make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you don't know what's ahead, but it got me so fired up and excited and like I think it's cool, right? It's like you have a whole community you're building with other people and then
Nice.
just like the energy, like the positivity, you know? It's just
Exactly.
amazing.
And Brian, let's talk about your journey. So you've absolutely been killing it ever since you've literally become a developer
Thanks.
back in the day before I even knew you. And then when we joined forces, now you're one of my one-on-one students, absolutely killing it inside that as well. Let's talk about your journey as a developer. So what was the biggest hurdles for you? And again, completely your own story here. What was your
Yeah.
own massive sort of like success moments that changed the game for you, allowed you to really hop to that new level or new sort of developer level in sort of your career, your business, everything like that. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I'd say obviously it was a roller coaster. And it's like it's never perfect, right? You sort of think like I study this, I study this, I study this, and then like I'll now be a software engineer. And that's just like not the case. Like it was kind of messy, it was kind of organic. And I'd say like the single moment that I will always remember this is like super, super important. So I was like struggling to like find a job and I was like doing whatever. So I started making YouTube videos
Yep.
and I got like my first client. And I
Nice.
didn't really know what to do with it. It was like I almost talked myself out of that deal because I'm like, you do know that I've like never built apps before. And they were like, no, like we trust you, you're motivated, like you'll figure it out. And I ended up figuring it out.
Yep.
They gave me like my first assignment for this client,
Yep.
which also like fast forward ahead, like this platform that I ended up building like just got acquired a few months ago, which was like wild. But this is like several years ago, so you don't expect that.
Yep.
So they asked me to do this. This is before LLMs, before, you know, ChatGPT and Claude and all that stuff. So I had to like learn how to mask SVGs in
Right.
like this very specific way. I had to like scour the internet. I had to like do all of this testing. And it took me like I think 2 weeks.
Right.
And then I figured it out.
Nice.
And I was like, and the whole team, they didn't tell me this, but the whole team like didn't know how to do any of that for like
Yep.
a year.
Yep.
But they didn't tell me that. They just said like try to figure this out. And I was able to figure it out in like 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, I figured out something valuable. Like if I can do this, what else is possible? And
Nice.
I will always remember that as that moment because that was the single defining moment where I was like, I might not know a lot right now, but if I can do this, I can definitely do this. Like I know that I can just and I follow all your videos, like I was following all the content and I'm just like, okay, like if Sunny says that this is possible, if I can see that this is possible, if other developers that are self-taught can do this, so can I. So like
Dude,
that was just like the single moment where I was like, okay, like let me really build out this business thing, you know, and then I built out my whole agency and like now I'm doing software engineering, like full scale, very complex workloads, like Kubernetes containers, like serverless, like full stack stuff. But like it all started from there where I was like, okay, this is possible for me.
I absolutely love that. We even got a comment now where somebody says that moment feels so good. And I can definitely think
Yeah.
yeah, I think every developer can relate to exactly what you just said. When you get a
100%.
certain task and you're like, I have no idea how to build that
Yep.
thing, right? And then you have a deadline. So you had a 2 week deadline in your situation, and then you get it done. And then you're like, hang on a minute. This is a glass ceiling. I can always punch through it. I can always get
Yeah.
around it. Incredible,
Exactly.
incredible stuff. I think that's a very powerful message that you sent over to anyone. Now, Brian, for
Thanks.
you specifically, moving from that moment forward, what would you say? So, when you started off your own consultancy firm, right, what was a couple of let's talk about one of the hurdles that you faced and how you were able to overcome that, whether it was the imposter syndrome or anything like that. What was the sort of tricks that you resorted to? Because I think a lot of the people watching right now will value from that.
Yeah. I mean, imposter syndrome is real. If anybody tells you that that's not real, like that's just straight up like
Yeah.
not the truth. Like everybody deals with that at every level, no matter how high you go. Something that I learned from you though is that I feel like if you're not working on tough challenges, if you're not pushing yourself and challenging yourself, it's kind of like what are you doing, right? So I love sort of finding things that are challenges that I can then overcome, because it's like, again, like if we were all going to do easy things, like life would be so boring. So that's something that I
Exactly.
learned from you, and sort of how I translated that into my business was just jumping into opportunities maybe before I feel like I'm ready, or maybe before I feel like I have everything together. Because like life's never perfect. We're never going to be perfect, but if you can get 5% of the way there, okay, just do 5% more, and then you get up to 100%. But it's that sometimes you really need to leap before you're ready. And I learned that from one of my Fang mentors. And they were telling me, and it's just kind of like you really do just have to. And I hear this from all the experts, right? You like, oh, okay, like I need to make a business. Okay, I need to go and Google how to do a business. Now you can use LLMs to help you do that. But it's like I feel like everything is possible as long as you can visualize it. And that's also something I learned from you, is like same thing with apps. It's like we always visualize stuff. We always map it out before we go and build. Because if you can't visualize it, it's going to be hard to sort of bring it to reality.
Yep.
And that's the same thing with any goal you have in life, right? It's like any business thing. It's like, I want to make a business. Okay, but like, what are the steps before you get there? So that's kind of how I've overcome imposter syndrome. But then it's like you find other things that are more challenging, and then it's not, you translate, we talked about this too. It's like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yep.
And now is like a big mindset shift that I think I've talked to you a lot and I've learned from you, is just kind of like, just translate that into like, it is possible, it's going to happen, but how do we get there, right? It's going to happen. We just need to like map a plan towards
Yep.
the end goal, the
I
North Star.
absolutely love that, dude. I think it's so important. And I call it the concept of really like lighting a fire under yourself. If you haven't got a fire under yourself, whether it's the deadline that you spoke about with the first massive hurdle that you overcame, or whether it's your own internal, because let's be real, when you started your own consultancy firm and you've moved into that direction, when you're the boss, waking up in the morning is your decision, moving on your work is your decision, working on your client work is your decision. The whole thing becomes a different level of discipline. So lighting that fire is more important than ever underneath yourself. Brian, firstly, I just want to say you've influenced so many people to join. So a massive thank you to those. Absolutely huge in that sense. I think your stories are always inspiring. I feel like a proud dad right now because I feel like, because the stuff you come out with, I'm like, dude, I love it. And guys, I just want to shout out Brian out as well, because not only did Brian, I remember when Brian came in, firstly, Brian's always had this electric energy around him. But not only that, when it comes down to the mindset that he's talking about, it's correlated over to every aspect of his life, whether or not it's his fitness, whether or not it's, I've seen Brian go through a huge fitness journey as well since I've known him. And all of his mindset has been literally parallel. So where he's built his discipline in his gym game and he's now like super healthy, running every day, pushing everything. His business has also boomed. He's now launching his own course known as, Brian, I'll let you say the name of your course. So everyone can go and check it out once it's ready. Yeah, go for
Profit
it.
with Cloud. Yeah, get ready. We're gonna get ready to Profit with Cloud. I'm super pumped for it, man. Like it's gonna launch here and like, it's gonna be fire.
Amazing, guys. You guys heard it here first. Profit with Cloud, all about cloud infrastructure, anything cloud related. You guys know where to go. Profit with Cloud, Brian Huff. Make sure you guys remember that, and we'll be dropping it out in our newsletters and everything as well. Brian, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to our regular catch-ups every single week.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of you, dude. Keep it up.
Thank you. Sonny, you're the best. Like, I love your energy. I love your insight. You're just like one of like the best mentors that I've come across. And just like the energy and the like the goodwill that you put into the world is just amazing. And like the drops, like the bills that you've been dropping, absolutely fire. Just like I love everything that you do. Like 100%.
Dude, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brian. I'll see you soon. Amazing, dude.
All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Catch you later. Bye, Sonny.
Bye. What an awesome, honestly, Brian is my guy. Brian is such a awesome person. He really, this is what the community is about, guys. We have Michelle Landon. Welcome to the community. We have Jose Santo as well. Amazing, guys. I can see people already joining in. Before we bring on our next caller, I'm going to go ahead and shout you guys out. The time is ticking down. We already have about 4 people that have already joined. So this is now down to 16 people left. This discount will not be here forever. So make sure you guys join in if you haven't already decided to. The biggest discount right now is the diamond discount. So literally $9.97 down to $4.48. And you're going to get weekly coaching, weekly mentorship from yours truly. Jay, I would love to speak to Michelle Landon if she's on, or Jose. Make sure you bring them on, and the other 2 members that just joined as well. If you can get any of them to come onto a call, I would love to talk to them and see what we can do right there. I'm also going to keep the music going a bit as well. Let me go ahead and bring some tracks in the background so we can go ahead and do this. And I also want to mention as well, while we're waiting for the next caller to come on, guys, head over to popreact.com/challenge. Check it out. Michelle Landon goes, happy to be here. Thank you. Michelle, I would love to bring you onto the call right now. So, Jay, if you can make that happen, I would absolutely love to speak to you on a Zoom call right now and bring you on the live stream. And we can talk about your decision to join and everything around it. We have Marios next. Marios is one of my OGs, a diamond member inside the community. I always look forward to speaking to Marios. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now, guys. So I'm pulling him in. Let's go ahead and chat to Marios, guys. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Marios, what's up, dude? How are you, man?
It's a really amazing thing, to be once again here with you and everyone else, probably because we reached like the new top, the new highest of people seeing us. Not many of them know me, but I'm glad to be here.
Dude, for those of you who might have not known or seen Marios before, OG member of the Papa Fam, diamond member. He's always in the weekly coaching calls. I've seen him come up and up and up in the community as well. Marios, also, I noticed new haircut. Love it. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
No, the long hair is still in the back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. It's still there.
Yeah. Nice.
I just have them up. Nothing else.
Awesome. Marios, let's talk about your journey as a developer, right? So a couple of things. When you firstly, how long have you been coding for? What's your backstory?
Holy shit, it's like almost 5 years now.
Nice.
And it all started from a lie from my wife.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I've ever said
No,
that.
you haven't. I'm interested.
It's like a completely joke.
Yeah.
But I entered this industry honestly by a lie. But that was like the biggest lie and the most favorite one.
Nice. Okay.
I'm now 38 years old. I entered this industry when I was like 33.
Yeah.
So this is like a big shout out to everyone that are afraid of starting something new, even if they are a bit older. Never give up. You only need dedication and be ready for all the things Brian mentioned, the imposter syndrome, the struggles, and everything. Yeah, this is life. We have to get over it,
I love that. I think it's so important, normalizing those things like the imposter syndrome. Because honestly, I thought, especially in the beginning, I thought that's definitely going to disappear after a certain point. But it doesn't. It just doesn't. Yeah. And especially with the world that we live in, with tech evolving every week at this rate, it's constantly a thing which you have to normalize and be familiar with. Now, Marios, being a part of a community, now I can definitely say this hand on heart. I absolutely love when Marios jumps into a coaching call because his energy he brings, he's always got something to tell, a story, his progress, whatever it may be. But what was it about being in a community that helped you as a developer?
Probably I would have given up. It's as simple as that. I got to a point plenty of times through the years that I kept on struggling with bugs, and bugs is even more important. It's like a daily thing.
Yeah.
We have daily tasks, but bugs are always more.
Yeah.
And we face them. And if I was alone, probably in the meantime, I would have given up from this whole big lie. I would be something else, not a developer. But this is where community stood up and say, "Hey, man, we have your back.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're struggling with. Probably we have struggled with it in the past, and we have the solution. We don't need Google. We don't need AI. We don't need anything. Community is like top notch. It's our friend."
I absolutely love that message, dude. That's so powerful. And I think that was my dream when I started the community, is to get to this goal, like to get it to a point where it's you yourselves, members of the community, that bring it to life, that literally can share that message out to everyone, because it's so true. This is why we started what we started, because in the beginning, these communities didn't exist in the Stack Overflows. I never commented on Stack Overflow. I don't know about you. I always felt like
Yeah, me.
someone's
Me neither.
got a couple of grenades ready to throw my way the second I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
comment there. But
I can't remember the look of Stack Overflow now.
yeah,
Honestly,
honestly,
it's like too old for me.
yeah,
Yeah, and again, because plenty of people wasn't in our first time discussing live, uh, I really blamed you in a way that this community didn't exist when I entered the industry,
yeah,
because I got to charge so many, so much money that were honestly pointless.
yep,
And I am working like in a 9 to 5 job. So I meet with people that come from universities, from colleges. I have people working in the office sending me, hey, can you still please send us your degree? And I'm proudly say, I don't have a degree.
yep. Love that.
And I am with people that spent thousands of euros and time and years, and they are paid way less than me.
Exactly.
And I say that to people to parents with small kids that want to enter the industry. Don't lose your money in universities. You don't need them. Just
Exactly.
join a community. I send people to Papa Farm just for that. You don't need anything else.
Yeah, dude, it's so true. I don't even know where my degree is. Like, I genuinely couldn't even tell you. I don't even know where the paper is. Yeah, I literally got that thing. It just gave me a massive debt, and beyond that, I never used the thing. That's why we built the community. So what you just said is gold. I think it's absolutely gold. I think nowadays, the way things have moved, you just need to go ahead. You've got all the resources in the world. We've basically packaged it up into a nice, neat place. And then, of course, when you get stuck, those bugs that we face day to day, the community is there to help you always get unblocked. And I think that's the ultimate true form of mentorship. There's the mentorship on one where a mentor is above a level and you can guide you in a certain direction, but there's also community mentorship and to some degree as well, which is honestly keeping you sane a lot of the time, especially in this challenge. Yeah, in this challenge as well. I think this is the way that we are able to get the message of community out, is in this challenge. We saw so many people get into the trenches in these 5 days, really get into the debugging, little bit of sleep while they're kind of in this hackathon mindset. And the community is the reason why, exactly like you said, they did not give up. So I think it's a very powerful message that you shared. Marios, thank you so much. We already got some new members that jumped in as well. I want to go ahead and share just what would you give as a golden message? Anyone on the fence right now that wants to join in, anything that you would want to share with them, because we're going to speak to some of the members who just joined in a second.
We've all done stupid choices in our life, definitely, and we are about to make plenty more in the future because we are us and we are human beings. But definitely joining this community won't be one.
Love that.
It is as straight as that. I don't have anything else to share. I wouldn't be here as a developer if Papa Farm wasn't here, and if you and your videos didn't inspire me to, something, let's move on. Let's do that. It will be another bug, but we will find a way to fix it. It's just like that. I can't say anything more. Words leave us. They are going flying around. It's not about words. It's about choices. And like you said, for the top 20, the 21st, only these, in a way, are really want to struggle. They want to overcome their fears and move on.
Dude, you've given me like goosebumps. That is so, honestly, such nice words. I appreciate you so much, Marios. The community is literally,
thank you very much.
It's not just for me about building, a community of loads of developers. It's about finding golden gems of people. I say it to Jay all the time. I'm so grateful we have people like yourselves and other amazing members in the community. So thank you so much, Marios, for not only joining today's call, but also for being a part of the community in the first place. So I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you grow over the years, dude. So thank you for joining.
Appreciate it.
And we'll chat soon, yeah?
Yeah. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you so much, dude. Cheers. Bye. What an incredible guy, guys. Honestly, absolutely huge. We have another member who just hopped in as well. We've got Charity Smith, who is in the chat right now, who jumped in as a platinum member. We have a Shoji as well, who's just jumped in as well. We have Dave, who jumped in as well. Welcome all of you new members to the community. Any of them, Jay, that we can get on to the, we got Michelle Landon from the USA next. She's just jumped into Papa Diamond. So remember, guys, we're literally tacking down the numbers already. So we're now at, I think, Jay, let me know. I think we're around 7 people in already. So we've got about 13 slots left for this discount. And then it's going to go up to the sale price of $497, $697, which, by the way, is still cheaper than the full price. So $997 down to $448. You guys can see for yourselves. This is not going to last forever. It's only while I'm live. The countdown is on right now. I'm going to try my best to stay on this live stream up until the timer goes down. But 1 hour, 9 minutes left. You guys know what to do. So Jay, line up the call and let's see if we can get Michelle Landon onto the stream. I absolutely love, by the way, speaking to you guys on these streams. I think it's so, so cool to be able to just be able to hear from your stories. Like we've got some incredible students inside this community. I think it's so nice to just hear from them themselves, like about their genuine stories, their genuine backstories, how they've learned. The whole thing is like you can join any course in the world and then you just see content. There's so much more that goes into it than just content. It's about people, it's about community. Abo, what is good, dude? Abo is an OG as well in the community. He's actually in the chat right now. We also have, I did see as well, I would love to get Steven on a call as well, the winner of the challenge. Absolutely would love to get him on a call. So if we can go ahead and line it up. I think we have Michelle Landon. I'm just waiting for Jay to confirm if that is Michelle Landon as well. Let's go ahead and see if that is Chicken Nuggets. Goes, I already work a 9-to-5 job in tech. I'm just scared to jump into the big hole of finding an idea, clients, and finishing it successfully whilst maintaining a healthy life balance after work. My advice to you is, again, as Mario said, be a part of a community because there are so many more people. We have 1,000 people plus inside of 0 to Full Stack Hero. I can guarantee with 99% confidence that you're one of them in the sense of there are people doing exactly what you're talking about right now. I did this as well. So when I give mentorship advice, I've literally been in your shoes. It's not a scary thing to be, don't worry about finding ideas, clients, and finishing it all successfully. Just take the first step. That's essentially the main thing. We have Michelle Landon in the chat right now. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up. Let's see ourselves, guys. I absolutely love chatting to new members inside the community. So new Diamond member, let's go ahead and see what she has got to say. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I am good. How are you? One second. I made a mistake and forgot to mute.
There we go.
So when I give mentorship advice, I've literally been in your shoes.
Oh, I think I can hear myself through your video.
Yeah, I'm trying to go in. Okay, there we go.
Michelle, firstly, a massive welcome to the Diamond community. Welcome. So cool to see you inside. What was it that made you jump in?
You attracted me. So
Nice. I love that.
I always wanted to get into development and just didn't know how. Actually, my husband's into it.
Nice.
He's a developer, and I was a little jealous because I wanted to learn too. So, but of course, he doesn't have the time to teach me.
Yeah.
And I came across you. It might be a year now, and I can't remember, but I've been following you for a while.
Nice.
And I've been wanting to join your community for a while and just wasn't able to. So I was like, today is the day for me to join.
Amazing. I absolutely love that. Did you participate in the challenge?
I tried to. The hours was when I had to clock into work. So I'm a school bus driver. So nice. The time was the time I was supposed to clock in. So
love that. Yeah.
But I am following along. I'm just behind.
That's as long as you're doing something towards it. That's what counts. That's amazing. Also, just a quick question: whereabouts in the world are you right now?
I am in the Cincinnati, Ohio area.
Nice. I still need to do the States. States will likely be this year. I'm going to do a little bit of a tour around. But welcome. Yeah, it's amazing to have you inside the community. Let me just ask you a quick question. So you said your husband is doing coding at the moment. Is it the same arena? So is it also in the web dev space, or what area is he in?
He is also a web dev.
Nice.
He does because he was just saying he has to learn React.
Nice. Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, let's learn that together. So I'm like, cool. But he does digital signage.
Nice. Awesome.
So
Amazing. You know what? I think you've got the absolute goal of a setup right now with you and your partner can both be coders. I would love to build a SaaS with my partner. So that would be an awesome way to go. So I would say right now, what's your goal by being inside the community? Like, is it to essentially land a job as a developer? Is it to build your own product? What would be your like dream destination in the end of this, in this journey?
definitely learning as much as I can, but I would love to have my own product.
Nice. And would it be essentially something similar to what we built in this challenge? So some kind of SaaS product where somebody can pay a monthly subscription and you can basically just profit in that way?
Yes, of SaaS, more of a SaaS product.
Nice. Then my biggest advice to you would be to definitely check out some of the previous builds that I have on YouTube and then bring that knowledge and questions especially into the weekly coaching calls. So the weekly coaching calls are going to be the place where I want you to turn up and just ask away. Like it's going to be no bad questions. Every single question, I literally will shout at the students to be like, ask me questions, because everyone will sometimes sit there a bit quiet. And I guarantee everyone's got the same question sometimes. Like everyone's thinking it, no one says it. So we end up getting that out. So you're in the right place. And my biggest advice here would be leverage the community to your biggest amount, because that is going to be the absolute differentiator against this versus any other course and community out there. So there are courses out there and you can feel free to obviously learn. I always actually push people to other resources all the time. There's no bad thing in using as many resources as you can. The biggest help would be essentially when you get stuck. Whenever you get stuck, the goal is to gather those questions and bring them to something like a coaching call, as well as using the community to help unblock you when you are stuck. So rather than going to AI and asking questions, and then sometimes AI can confuse you even more, it's definitely a tool, but how to use it to teach yourself is also a skill. But remember, just gather all your questions, and then when the time comes, bring them to a coaching call, and I'm there to go ahead and help you guide through the process. But it's amazing speaking to you, Michelle. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out to be on this call. While you joined, you've already inspired somebody else to join, so I would love to bring them on as well. Any last thing that you want to say for anyone else who is on the fence? You know, the reason why you jumped in today. Firstly, as well, massive shout out, because just jumping on a call like this can be very intimidating for a lot of new students. So massive well done to you for doing that and jumping onto the stream. So you've done the first step. I think now it's just about literally growing up your skill set and launching your first product. So thank you so much for joining in, Michelle. And hopefully I'll see you in the next coaching call.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. Absolutely beautiful community that we're building out here. We have Charity Smith from New York next lined up. So Jay's going to go ahead and line up an awesome new member inside the community as well. While we do that, guys, a little reminder, we have 11 slots left. So we have 11 slots left. Jay, I think what you do is you just change this number as it ticks down. So I think we've got 11 left. And the guys, just remember, if you haven't already, make the most of this discount right now. $9.97 down to $4.48 on the diamond. Platinum $5.97 down to $3.58. All right, the diamond is the goat of offers right now, to be honest with you. So you guys can make sure, go to papareact.com/course. You'll land here, and if you want to hear from some more of our students, I recommend go to papareact.com on the landing page, and at the top of the website you'll see a review section. Click up here on reviews. I want you to click on that, and I want you to just take the time to scroll down and see for yourself, guys. Like, these are all real students that I've spoken to, and it's just beautiful to go ahead and witness. Like, these are all true students inside the community. You can literally see me through the years as I've changed as well. So you guys can see this has been going on for years. Like we've been building out this stuff. So everything I'm telling you, it all comes from experience, learning myself. Really, really huge. Stephen Watkins. Okay, I like from a third account. Stephen, I would love to bring you on a call if you're available as well. Jay's just lined up Charity Smith for the next call as well. Let me go ahead and line them up and bring them on. New York in the house. We have a New York Papa Platinum member. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Charity Smith. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and bring them. Hi, Charity. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on the call and taking the time out. What was it that made you? Yeah, go for it.
I'm super excited. I have watched your videos. So this was my 50th birthday present to myself, this course.
Oh,
So
amazing. Happy
I'm
birthday.
thank you. It's time to invest in me and start. I want to work for myself. I've done this for 10 plus years for somebody else, and I'm ready to take that next step. And I believe with your help, I'm ready to succeed.
Wow, what? That's huge. That's actually such an awesome story. So let's talk about your backstory. How have you been a developer before? Have you coded before, or not yet?
Yes, I'm actually a full stack developer currently right now.
Nice.
So I've done it, for 10 years. I've transferred from Java to Python to React. But front end is my favorite.
Yep.
That's where I want to stay.
I love that. Wow, this is such a cool. Okay, we can talk tech in an awesome way then. This is really, really cool. So firstly, what was it about this then? So if you've already been a developer, was it the SaaS that enticed you in? Was it the AI agents? What was it mostly that made you join in the end?
The AI agent.
Okay.
That's really what prompted me to do it, is because and of course someone in the community was talking about it, the NAN.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to integrate that into next.js and actually, set it up to, to create these awesome applications.
Yeah.
So that was, really the biggest push.
Nice. I think that's a really cool thing that you touched on. So N8N, one thing that I've been looking at during the challenge, in fact, because we used it to help with the point system behind this challenge, is basically setting up a workflow inside of N8N and then exposing like some kind of webhook or something that we can tack into our Next.js app. So you can kind of get the best of N8N, but also kind of with your Next.js app, use it. So I'm going to see how we can kind of integrate that in a coaching call. And whether or not we use N8N to teach people the concept of agents, and then we end up building it out in Next.js, or we end up using both. But I think either way, the push towards AI agents is personally what excited me. That's why now I'm pushing massively into this space. And as a knock-on effect, people like yourself tend to get drawn in as well. So that's absolutely huge. What was it that pushed you over the line in the end to actually jump in and join? I know you said it was around working for yourself, but is there any other reason why you might have, what was it that you got essentially bored of in terms of the normal working route?
The freedom to be able to enjoy more time. It's just not working for somebody else and then not, being able to reap the rewards from it. I'd like to be able to have more time with my family. I'd like to have more time to go traveling. Of course, that's what delayed my submissions on this challenge was we had a production issue. When the house is on fire, everything goes to halt. So, that's really it.
Nice. Yeah, no, I completely understand. Well, not nice about the production issue. They're crazy. Everyone calls it different things in different companies, but yeah, we used to call it S1 or like, severity 1, severity 2. Oh, it's painful.
And studying, just I wanted to clarify, of course we jump straight to tech, that's how us developers roll, but
Yep.
I'm actually in Kentucky, not New York. So,
Oh, nice.
So big shout out to Kentucky.
Oh, awesome. Nice. See, Americans in the house. I love this, right? This is so cool. So we've got Kentucky here as well. That's really, really cool. Somebody said, oh no, this is Charity I'm speaking to. Yeah, sorry. I got mixed up with the names for a second. No, that's awesome. Kentucky in the house. Very, very nice. So how long have you been working with Next.js and the tech stack that we used in the challenge? Have you worked with this before, or is it slightly different to what you're doing in the day-to-day at the moment?
Well, we're not allowed to use Next.js at work, so I've been doing it, on the side for a year. We use React. We do a lot of coding for the Army,
Okay. Oh,
so
nice.
there is like restrictions.
Yep.
So that's pretty much, I'm trying to get them to go the Next.js route, but I haven't got them to make the leap yet. But I'm working on it.
Nice. I think that's such a cool thing that Charity just mentioned now. She just said that they're using it currently in the Army. So you guys can see it's being used in so many different domains and aspects. I think when people hear about React Next.js, they tend to think it's just little websites sometimes, but it's huge applications that are being used for with this tech. Is honestly, you can build anything with this stuff. So that's really awesome. What advice would you say to somebody else who's pretty much on the fence right now of joining, who could be a similar situation to yourself, whether or not they have developer experience or whether they're new to the game? Any advice that you would go ahead and share to them, because it may help somebody else in their decision?
Make that investment in yourself. You spend so many hours investing for a company, for just peanuts. Invest in yourself. And the potential is just unlimited.
Love that. It really is unlimited. And I think right now, more than any other time, that potential is through the roof with AI agents. We're in another .com
yeah.
boom. It's huge. And it's such an infant stage thing. Now you can honestly cash in, make a lot of money from simple apps to drive value home. So it's a really fun place to be. So you guys heard it from our amazing student Charity herself. Charity, just want to say as well, massive happy birthday. Lots of people in the community also said a massive happy birthday in the comments.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And it's a pleasure to have you in the community. And I cannot wait to see you in the next coaching call. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's so cool, guys. It was her birthday as well. Awesome stuff. Amazing, amazing to see it. I'm going to read through some of the comments as well, but you guys can see for yourselves. These are real people. This is a real community. We have a couple more people that just joined in as well. It's so inspiring to see genuinely real people behind these calls. That's why I love getting people on the phone calls and, just getting it going. We have Abo Adamu. Abo is an amazing guy. He goes, Sunny is an exceptionally genuine individual, truly authentic. I was taught React through a YouTube video before I became a part of the PuppetFam community. I'm truly grateful to Sunny for all of his effort. You are the best. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you so much for such a lovely message. Ines goes, it must be rewarding to have this amazing community. 100%. This community is just the best, guys. People love being a part of the PuppetFam community. Jeff, welcome. I just saw he just joined in as well, Papa Platinum. I just want to mention as well, firstly, a massive welcome to everyone jumping in right now. I do want to mention as well, guys, if you're on the fence between Platinum or Diamond, not just saying this, but really leverage the diamond. The platinum right now is around £200 in savings. The diamond is literally a case of £500 off. So you're getting like double the amount off right now just by going ahead and jumping into the diamond. So if I was you, I would be leveraging diamond more so, but the platinum members, absolutely incredible as well. And remember, if you do join, you can always do an upgrade. So we do support both as well. Okay, Ryan goes, Michelle, I'm in Cincinnati as well. We just reached out on LinkedIn. Hey, there we go. We got Schematic in the house as well. This is awesome. All right, guys, we've got Stephen Watkins next. Let's go. Let's go ahead and bring Stevens on the call. Stephen was the winner of the challenge. Let's go ahead and pull him in right now. And while we're chatting to him, remember, guys, pumperreact.com/course. Go ahead and join in. Make sure you leverage from that discount. Currently, I think it's 10 people left now. 10. I'll just double check. Jay will update me on the number. We're about 9 offers left before it goes to the sale price after this live stream ends. Okay, let's go ahead and bring him in right now. I love you guys. The community is just the best thing ever. Hey, there we go. We got Steven in the house. What's up, Steven?
Yay. Hey, how's it going?
Absolutely.
Gotta get that volume down.
Absolutely
I didn't know
awesome.
my headset was gonna be that loud. Wow.
Steven, I think your camera's gone off. Oh, there we go.
Let's see. Phone's being all janky.
That's all good.
My
Now,
phones were turned all the way up and all that good stuff. There we go. We're good.
good. Stephen, firstly, a massive congratulations for winning the 5-day AI Agent SaaS Challenge. How do you feel?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I came in this hoping to win, brought the A++ game, so pretty happy that it paid off and everything worked out.
Amazing. Yeah, I remember literally for
Ready
those.
to see what comes of it next, honestly, because this is like, I mean, full-fledged product. Like you could take this and launch this and start making money right now, and if you polish this off, it's gonna be a gold mine.
Yeah.
Really, these are probably some of the first Claude 3.7 apps to hit the market, honestly. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah. And to imagine it happened while we were in I think it was a day before I went live or a day before that build day specifically. I swapped in
Right.
3.7. It just got announced the day before challenge. And I was like, okay, I'm having that. So we threw it in. Incredible stuff. So firstly, huge congratulations. The MacBook Pro, amazing stuff. And the Diamond mentorship. So now I can see you've got a rig in the back. So now we're going to have a portable rig sent out to you, the MacBook.
Yeah, that's absolutely. I'm excited about that. So I do low voltage work as well, like network setups and installs, security camera installs, and the laptop that I had for that it was dated pretty well.
Yeah.
And then my son shattered the screen on it one night.
Ouch.
When the movie went off, he like knocked it off the table or something and it shattered the screen. So it was over with. And like, everything I've had to do with that has been very difficult without having anything like that. So looking forward to having a little ease on the job site with that and, making my life a little better. And, they say these things can run local AI models and all kind of stuff. So, maybe when I'm out there in the field, I can be, doing a little on the side, have some fun stuff on there as well.
Exactly, dude. I gotta say, a
They say
massive, yeah.
these
Oh,
M4s can run the 70 something 60 billion parameter DeepSeek model. So I like to see that in action.
yeah, they're incredibly powerful machines now. I can promise you that. Stephen, I also want to mention you were not only just a winner of this challenge, you actually won the upcoming sort of second place in the last challenge as well. So you did not give up, right? So I
Yep.
absolutely love that about you. You came back, and not only was it just the work submissions that set you apart, the true differentiator was honestly the community engagement. We saw the way you're in the community, we saw the support. It's already a lot to not only be balancing your personal life as well as a challenge, but as well to give time to other
Absolutely.
people. You really, really gave back to the community. And me and Jay were definitely on top of that. Even the AI agent that we had running in the background kept saying, Steven. So we were like amazing stuff. So yeah, really, really proud of you on that front. So Steven, what's the plan for you next? What's your next mission? What's your next goal and objective?
Man, I got a lot going on. So right before this was happening, I was doing I think it was called Intercom
Yep.
before you renamed the video. I ran through that, kind of working to get that polished off and launch as a SaaS as well.
Nice.
All I had left to do now was to wrap it in Stripe, which I was honestly not looking forward to, especially since I'm going to be doing a token-based system for like the chat messages. So now that I have schematic experience, like, I mean, I'm gonna knock that out in like a day, be done
Yep.
with it.
It's so powerful. It's so
yeah.
powerful. Yeah. What was your experience like using schematic? So it was actually a first for many of the students. I know for a fact when I used it, it blew my mind, the simplicity. So what was your experience when you're using schematic?
So yeah, it literally blew my mind at first. Like once I did the first couple of things, like making that first API call with it and like all the stuff that it passes behind the scenes for you.
Yep.
Like I was so confused. Like I saw you like I think it was the video and the user IDs, like you were calling that out of the API call. And I'm like, where's that even coming from? I don't remember passing that in. And it's like all automatic under the hood, just like super streamlined. So You know, there's a couple bugs here and there, a little jankiness, but you know, everything that we've pointed out, they're patching like immediately. So like once they get this thing like really polished off, you know, I'd probably guess by like midsummer, this is going to be like one of the like go-tos in everybody's book.
Yeah, I can definitely hats off say to them that they're doing an incredible job. I've been working with the team directly. Ryan's been active in the community. And as you mentioned, it's been hot on the patches and fixing things. And honestly, I truly, truly think this is going to be another, essentially like a clerk for authentication situation where they're going to take over in the payment side of things. Huge potential there. So Stephen, in terms of your, firstly, just again, like super proud. I really am. Like I was so
Thank
happy
you.
once we locked in the prizes. I remember speaking to Jay before I went live, and I said I'm so excited to announce the winners, because honestly I've seen the amount of work you put in. So firstly, I've seen the amount of work. I've seen the coaching calls. I've seen in the previous challenges. And firsthand, I can say it's not easy to give that consistently. So everyone who's watching,
Well,
yeah,
you've given a lot, so it's definitely worth giving back to. A lot of the other people have helped me in quite a lot of ways, learned from a lot of people. I remember the last competition, Faizan was like just absolutely like he was going to win that competition without writing a line of code, just on helping people
yeah,
alone, man. And
yeah,
if you go look at the overall leaderboard on school, he is still like miles above everybody else. Like
yeah,
I'm still 500 points away from him from that competition alone.
yeah,
Like so there's a lot of people in the community like that, just like, you know, a lot of people willing to help. And really it helps you to learn too when you're doing that. That's I figured that out early on, so I was like going around a lot of communities helping people solve problems, just so that I could have a better grasp of like how to debug, how to work with code I didn't understand or write. So a lot of benefits to it both ways for sure.
absolutely love that. Great advice, honestly. Stephen, what would be your advice for somebody right now? While you've been talking, honestly, we've had quite a lot of students actually just hop in, most in the diamond community as well. So incredible to see that. What would be your advice for anyone who's on the fence right now? They're not sure if something like Zero to Full Stack Hero is for them. And especially around, maybe they're new to the community aspect of things. What would be some advice to them if they're on the fence of joining?
I would say the content that was in the package I got last time, like I'm still not all the way through that. There is a ton of content, and like in the beginning I was blitzing it and really went hard through the like JavaScript basics and essentials and stuff. And you know, at first I was like, I can probably skip this, right? And once I started going back through it, it was like, okay, now this is like a coming from a different perspective. B, I understand this stuff a lot more because like really in the learning process, you kind of get a basic grasp on something and then move on, and then like the next time you use it, it's like, oh, I don't really know how this works.
Yep.
So like really hitting the basics after, you know, going through dozens of projects and stuff, just the basic level course made so much more sense, and like things started clicking into place. And like, I mean, heck, I'm still learning now. Like through this, I feel like I've gotten a much more solid grasp of how to work with use effect. I feel like I could probably go out and do some pretty cool stuff with use effect now. Whereas before, like I'm always avoiding it. They're like, there's a different way we can do this. Why don't we
Yeah.
just do a server action? That's nice and easy, right?
I love that. I think that's something which I've been definitely pushing towards, because I know that it's not a linear route when you're learning to code. It's kind of a you'll go over there, then you come back, and then you go over there and you come back, and then you keep going back and forth between foundation and ambition, you know, learning new things. So I think that's a great piece of advice that you said. Stephen, we're going to send over the MacBook to you. So we're going to get all the details and everything that we need to get that done. We've already got a lot of your details from, I don't think we kept them, but we've got some of your details when we sent over the prize last time. But it's been incredible having you on. You've inspired a lot of people, not only right now on call, but throughout the entire challenge. So firstly, as well, a big thank you from myself to you for being such an incredible member in this community. And a huge congratulations once again. And I cannot wait to see you in the Diamond coaching calls moving forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do. This is awesome community. A lot of value in the community. So a lot of new members. So I hope they'll stick around after the challenge. And, you know, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to get a laptop and bounce. There's a lot more value than a laptop in this group. I promise you that. I mean, my goal by the end of March is to have 4 SaaS running of my own. And then I'm partnered with another guy that has 3 to launch. And then we're launching, I guess, like Monday or Tuesday, a AI centered newsletter.
Nice.
So, you know, a lot of people in the community could probably benefit from that both ways. We're going to be featuring up and coming startups in that.
Amazing.
And we're going to have a lot of good information in it as well. So I'll post a link up to that when we get the final stuff set up on the URL. A lot of value there. So I'll probably have my product featured in our first couple ones as we get things going. And yeah, a lot of stuff to launch. So
Awesome.
I think that's kind of the way to go. Build that big portfolio up, right? And, you know, if one's not doing good, let it go. Maybe like the other guy in your community, put it up for sale, and, you know, I'll take 20K for it. Sure, whatever. Take it off my hands.
Exactly that. Exactly that. That's why I think even finding that case study was gold, because showing people that, you know, even if it doesn't work out, it can still work out. Really, you know that.
Right.
Yeah, really, really can. And also remember, guys, when even if it didn't sell, the knowledge you got from that entire experience, it's just huge. And it will go into the next product, and it's a compound effect. And then eventually all of that will lead to that one that hits. It's huge, right? It can be a truly life-changing moment for a lot of people. But Stephen, thank you so much. You honestly inspired so many students. So many students have jumped in. I'd love to go ahead and bring them on as well. Thank you so much for hopping on the call, and a massive congratulations once again. I'll see you soon, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Peace, dude. Absolutely awesome community, guys. Stephen are the winner of the 5-day AI agent SaaS challenge. We have face masks asking how to join the community. If you want to join, guys, I think, Jay, let me know how many people have we got left. We have Liz Myers next. Oh, Liz is awesome. We're going to bring Liz in. We've got literally 5 new people jumped in. We got I'm sorry if I butcher the name, but we've got Bawalia, Mailey, Gabriel, it says. Amazing stuff. We've got Ike Peters as well. We have Andy Thompson as well. What is up, guys? Welcome to the community. I have to refresh the slides, Jay said. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop my refresh. Oh, wow. So we've got 5 left. Oh, wow. I've misplayed it. So Jay said it, guys. You guys have got 5 people left at getting this price, guys. 538 and 448, 55% off. After the next 5 people, the price will go to the middle level of 497, 697, which is still a steal, right? So that's going to be only for a small period of time. But in this case, you guys can see here, we have the 997 down to 448. Absolutely huge. Sunny is actually one of the few people with a free school community. I appreciate you so much for sharing that, dude. universityofcode.com if you're interested in joining the school community, guys. We have just 5 slots left. papareact.com/course. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. We're going to go ahead and get Liz on next. So Jay's just lining that one up. What a lovely day when we get to bring on all of the amazing students, honestly, and get to go ahead and chat to everyone. So cool. Siren goes, you won't find any of this content anywhere else. Absolutely facts. That's why we try and differentiate. We don't want to copy and do the same thing that everyone else is doing out there. It's all about community for us. Somebody says, can I ask what are going to be the benefits of joining the membership? Very good question. Let me go ahead and show you a breakdown of the course right now. So not only is it a dynamic course, which means that we constantly are evolving the course, adding content to the course. But it's also going ahead and evolving. Now, the tech world evolves so fast. Any course I can guarantee you, any course you buy out there is going to get outdated very, very quick. Okay, so this is the thing that I would definitely mention to everyone. So what we do is we have weekly coaching calls. So if you're in the diamond plan, it's going to be weekly. If you're in platinum, it's every single fortnight, so every other week. Inside those coaching calls, we go ahead and not only dive through the latest things, we answer your questions. It's me personally every single week coaching you guys, especially for diamond students. But you also got a massive backlog of not only tons of module content, but as well as all of the previous coaching calls. So every single coaching call that I've ran is recorded and added back into the course. So you not only have a huge backlog of the entire course, but you also have all of the updated, content, the modules, as well as all of the latest stuff. So if something comes out in tech this week, I will cover it in the next coaching call. That is how quick sort of we're on to the topics and we're on to things, as well as the community aspect. So the community aspect is honestly absolutely huge, and that's what we pride ourselves on. It's not just another course, it's the world's best developer community. The Pumper Fam was born and bred in the zero to full stack hero. It's all about community for us. If you get stuck, you have your questions, you can come to the coaching call. I will help you out directly inside of a coaching call. You also have the community, which is always basically a way to go ahead and to speak to somebody else in the community, unblock yourselves. And just like Steven showed inside of the previous call that I was just on, he's partnering up with other awesome members in the community to launch SaaS products. So truly, out of this one community, you have mentorship, coaching calls, content, you have a constant family that you're now a part of. It's absolutely wild in terms of what we have. Liz Myers or Siren are next, right? So let's go ahead and see who we can line up. I'll wait for Jay to drop a link, but a massive welcome to our new members. We have 5 slots left, guys, and only 33 minutes until that sale ends and we go back to our previous price. Okay. So in this case, like I'd recommend, guys, I would highly, highly recommend you can go ahead and jump into the diamond plan as well. Okay. So Jay's dropping a link shortly right now. We'll go ahead and he goes, we have Amin next as well. Yep, feel free, bring on anyone. I'm happy to speak to anyone, including especially any of the new members. So anyone who just joined in, if you're in the chat right now, feel free. I would happily bring you on. Ines Santos, you're an amazing member of the community in this challenge. Absolutely love to see you inside. Remember, the sale is only going to be open for 32 minutes. So I would love to see you benefit from over £500 in savings by going ahead and benefiting from our current sale that we have on. It would be absolutely awesome to see you inside. And obviously I can bring you on site on the call right now and speak to you. He says, thank you, you're amazing. I appreciate you so much. My main focus now is really pushing on the things that excite me as a developer, because I've been in the field for a very long time, 13 plus years right now. So anything which brings excitement to me, oh my God, I'm locked onto the thing and I'm bringing that down to the community as well. AI and AI agents, profitable SaaSes, and agentic workflows. 3 things absolutely get me pumped up. I'm working with the latest and greatest tech companies like Schematic, Clerk. These things just get me so hyped up. Pieter says, as a beginner developer, I still watch Sunny's videos on YouTube every day repeatedly. Guys, you have no idea how much this stuff means to me. I really want to know as well, while I've got you guys here and we're in this positive energy, do you want to see vlogs on this channel? Just a random one, because I've got you guys here. I want to go ahead and while we wait for the next speaker to come in, do you want to see vlogs on this channel? Do you want to see behind the scenes, genuine life stuff, which is essentially just a case of me about our day-to-day lives? It could be, exciting, could be completely normal content, but just real vlogs. I pick up a camera and I just vlog. Let me know, because I really, we've got 2 vlogs coming out. I've got a 2-hour Japan vlog with my mom. And I also have when I bought the new Tesla Model X, I bought that recently, and that's going to be, we shot a whole vlog around that. So we're going to release both of those as well. Barrett goes, need the code for GitHub, I've got a few bugs. Yep, we're going to be sending it all out as well. So I love this. So everyone's literally, Jay, I premeditated this. So in this case, we're going to be giving you way more way more content, especially in terms of vlogs as well. That's absolutely awesome stuff. So Ivar, Andre, Akhilesh, Bharat asking for help. Gaurav as well. Amazing stuff. Ali Kankau says as well. Amazing stuff. Okay, guys, I'm going to definitely do that. Give me your feedback as well. While we're waiting for these people to jump in, Aman's joining us now. Jay just dropped the course links as well. You guys can feel free to hop in. Akhilesh goes, we need more builds as well. Guys, I've been on fire with the builds lately. I think in the last 2 months, I've dropped a record number of builds, and they're all huge as well. So absolutely incredible stuff. Somebody else just jumped in, Diamond Community as well. We have Chris. There we go. What's up? Welcome to the Diamond Community. Just hopped in. We've got 4 more slots left. So Jay will update this as well. Waiting for next challenge, guys. Come on, give me a break. I'm still on the current challenge. No, but in all honesty, truth is, these challenges take a huge amount of work, prep, organization, especially sort of collaboration with other companies. So a massive shout out to my team, my entire team, including Jay as well. Jay is my right-hand man. Crazy amount of work that we do together. Massive thank you to my entire team. And a massive thank you to the sponsors of this entire event, Clerk and Schematic. These guys have been absolutely incredible. I cannot say it with more praise than I am right now. These guys are absolutely incredible. The devs, the founders, everyone around there, from Ryan, Finn, Alex, all of you guys. I'm saying names from both companies at the moment. Absolutely incredible. Honestly, really is. Siren is up next as well. Let's go ahead and pull it in. So Chicken Nuggets goes, if I'm correct, the community also helps you get you. If I'm correct, the community also helps you get over things by collaborating together and creating things together casually for people that have a main job. 100%. Yes, you can absolutely do that as well with the community. A lot of the community members work together on projects. The amount of times that I've seen community members just start a project together or get ahead in that kind of way. So let's go ahead and bring in Siren. There we go. Siren was the 3rd place winner, and he got an upgrade to the diamond plan as well. So absolutely huge stuff, guys. We're going to go ahead and bring him in right now. Plan as well. So absolutely huge stuff, guys. Yo, what's up, Siren? Right now. Plan as well. So absolutely hey, dude. Stuff, guys. Yo, what's up, Siren?
So
I think you're watching me through the stream rather than the YouTube, the Zoom.
Hear me okay?
Can you hear me, or? I think you've got the audio coming out of the wrong video.
Got it now.
Yeah, perfect. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Ah, that's better. There we go. How are you,
Yeah,
sir?
it's a new microphone. I just got it like maybe a month ago. I'm still getting used to it.
Very clear. I like it. Awesome. So Siren, firstly, massive congratulations. 3rd place. Awesome stuff. It was so close. Honestly, it was very difficult. But I also know that you had a lot going on during the challenge and you still managed to get so much done. So how have you been? And let's talk about your developer journey. So yeah, what was the challenge like for you?
Honestly, I really did enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. There was like certain times where I thought I was going to have to like take a step back, but I don't really like doing that. So I just kept going. No, it was a great project. Like the new technology that we were using, it was something that, I don't know, it was one of those unique mixtures of packages that you don't really like think of using. But then this like schematic, like for a start, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Although I have to admit the amount of bugs that I came across, probably not all like on their side. Some of them are probably on my side as well. So I'll take that.
Yeah. Amazing, right? But I mean, here's the awesome part, right? Where we get to work with these upcoming companies like Schematic, solving these massive pain points such as payment processing. Let's compare the implementation to if we were to do this manually via Stripe. Manually via Stripe and webhooks, wow, it takes so much more debugging, getting it perfectly adjusted. When you do essentially drag and drop it in and finally get it all working, honestly, when you click upgrade and it just works, the feeling is incredible, right? So
yeah, like it beats the webhooks anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
All day, every day.
Nice, exactly. So, Siren, let's talk about your coding journey because I think it's going to inspire a lot of people. How long have you been coding for? And yeah, let's talk about that first. So, how long have you been coding for?
Unofficially, I've been coding since I was about 12 years old.
Nice.
And I'm 33 just now.
Nice.
Officially or professionally, if you want to put it that way, maybe 2016, 2017, when I actually started making a job out of it.
Okay.
I actually started at a friend's startup.
Yeah.
It was a local software company in the town centre, like we're above a bank office. At the time, like the best thing was Java.
Yep.
And React was like this emerging technology that was coming out at the time. So we didn't really go towards the web technologies. It was mostly, well, if I can give you an example, the flagship product that we were actually developing that I was in charge of, it was an app called Cabershite,
Okay.
and it was essentially an alternative to Snapchat.
Okay. Nice.
It was absolutely horrible. I'm not going to lie.
Oh.
Java is definitely not the thing that you want to be coding that type of thing in. But when React properly emerged, like that was a game changer in itself. It was
Yep.
like the coming of age at the time. So I started off with Java, basic web design stuff, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I was kind of migrating towards C#, like the .NET stack.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the libraries were pretty limited as well. So there was actually more debugging than there was actually any progress being made at all.
Yeah.
So after maybe 2 years, I finally made like the full switch to like React.
Yeah.
And I got my first project off the ground. I actually made like maybe it was only like £400 or £500 off it. Like it was the first like bit of money that I ever made like off anything that I developed myself. So
Awesome.
obviously I was happy with it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of going down the road of wanting to switch to Python.
Okay.
But it was one of those things where the curve was kind of like getting steeper the more that I left it and stuck with React.
Yeah.
So I stuck with React. But now I actually have experience with a lot of different languages, a lot of frameworks. But then I seen your stuff. I think the very first tutorial I ever seen from you was the Trello clone.
Okay. Nice.
And I actually used that to manage like my day-to-day stuff.
Nice. Cool.
All the stuff that we use just now, like especially in this project that we just done, if we had that back then, like I would be in a much better place than I am just now. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But no, the technology aside, especially with what we've got just now, it's game changing. It's going to do a lot of good, especially for all the new people that are joining as well.
I think that's the super exciting thing, is right. So in the beginning of the journey, like you just said, if we had what we had now, and this is not even to mention AI, right? Now we didn't have Cursor back in the day when we were coding. Coming up, it was now you've got the pair programming with Cursor essentially. You've got all of the tech upgrades, the next.js upgrades, all of this kind of amazing stuff. Even Stephen just said his story is so close to yours as well. So you guys definitely have a lot of harmony sort of together. But that's huge, dude. And now let me ask you, during this entire journey because it's quite a substantial amount of time that you were coding, from 13 up until 33, 20 years pretty much, right? Combined. Now, what amount of that was solo and what amount of that was when you started to introduce the idea of working within a community to help yourself get unblocked? And yeah, when did the kind of shift happen where you started to open the door to not being a solo developer anymore, but rather be a part of a community? And what benefit did that even have? Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I think I've always been more of like the as a lot of people in the community know of, like I've posted about it quite a lot. Like I've got like severe social anxiety disorder,
Okay.
and it makes me more it makes me more introverted like than most people would be. So that kind of applies to like my work, my social life, everything. When it comes to the work, I've actually been more solo for, I think it was just after COVID hit.
Right.
That's when I actually started opening up and like not wanting to do things like all on my own anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have that many people that I can bounce ideas off and stuff like that. But now within this community, it's incredible because if you have one idea, you come back the next day and then it's exponentially higher.
Yes.
Like the amount of ideas that get bounced off each other, like live debugging that you do, you get everybody else like throwing code snippets into like comments and stuff like that. It's unreal. Like if I was able to have this type of thing 10 years ago, I would be a completely different person.
Yeah, it's truly, honestly, this is what we found didn't exist, which is why we put so much, honestly, I put my heart and soul into building the community, because now that it exists, it's so beautiful to witness. And sometimes I'll come into a coaching call and I'll hear about, me and like somebody will say, I think it might have been yourself, was working with another member inside the community to develop a SaaS. And when I hear that, I'm just like, this is awesome. Like there are now students pairing up together and forming teams and building things on their own. It's just so cool to see, because one of the biggest problems as a developer, especially at any point in your journey, is that solo-ness that can really sink in and make you feel super isolated, especially when we're behind a computer coding all the time. I feel it still to this day when I'm coding, where I need to just leave and just socialize, do something else besides coding, even if I don't feel it, because the more we sit here and code, the more it becomes a vicious circle of you don't want to talk to other people anymore. So it kind of gets you more and more deeper into a rabbit hole. So being a part of a community really helps prevent that from happening in the first place. And the best part is we can all talk on the same language. We can all talk about the same things. Everyone is excited about the same things. So would you say that definitely helped you as a developer in terms of not only enhance your skill as a developer, but also you ran a couple of coaching calls, so success coaching calls. Would you say it brought out that soft skill in you that kind of tackled against that social anxiety that you were speaking about?
To be honest, this call just now and the coaching calls that I'd done previously, if it wasn't for this community, this probably would not be happening at all.
Absolutely love that.
Like the social anxiety that I've got, it's not it's any interaction at all. Like me, Stephen, Aidan, Faizan, Ben, Hein, like there's quite a lot of us that we actually work on a project like outside of the community, but it's because of the community that it started.
Yeah.
When we like talking on Slack or whatever, if I get like half a dozen messages like for them asking questions about something that we need to integrate next, that interaction on its own is the equivalent of me going outside and talking to someone for half an hour. So I need to kind of like manage my engagement, but because I'm actually interacting with members of the community who actually need help, it's kicking in the endorphins and the dopamine, and it's helping me actually do more, because it's like there's a sense of achievement out of it rather than just, oh, I'm going to work on a project but might not do anything with it later. So that if you're actually aiming towards something, you're working towards it, there's clear milestones, and you get the feedback that you're actually doing something right, you're taking the right steps. Like it was like you were saying about getting the feedback, you're going in that cycle where you're constantly, it's like rinse and repeat.
Yep.
The more that you do that, especially within the community, it benefits everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's really powerful. I think the words that you're saying right now are truly resonating with students. I can tell you that right now. Like I definitely know, because it resonates with me as a developer. And if it hits me, it's definitely impacting a lot of students out there. It's a lot of the time an unsaid thing about, even a lot of developers tend to naturally be more introverted than extroverted. And as a result, that can make us kind of get a bit, it doesn't allow us to unlock the full potential that we have inside. And now I can definitely hand on heart say, one, I'm super grateful and thank you for taking the opportunity to jump on a call and we offer it, because it's a big thing for anyone. Even if you're an extrovert, being on a YouTube call is big. It's definitely a big thing. And now look at you, you're taking them like a champ. You jump on it, even the success coaching calls. I'm super proud of you, all of our students in the community. So firstly, a massive shout out to that. And as well, secondly, I'm just really grateful that we can get to hear from yourself and your experience as you've grown up in the developing world and kind of all of the wins that you've had. Because I can guarantee you now, it's already made a couple of people up in the community as well. Thank you so much, Siren. Is there anything that you would say to anyone to wrap up, more so on the case of if they're on the fence, maybe it could be anything. It could be down to whether or not they're more on the shy side, whether or not they've been coding for ages before and they don't know if a community is for them. Anything that you could have that could maybe, help somebody make a decision if they want to or maybe don't want to be a part of this community, would help shift the scale.
If there's anybody like me at all out there, then the one thing that I will say is don't hesitate, go for it. It was previous people that were on the calls that were saying make that investment in yourself. It's something that you really need to do because you're going to end up spending so much time, so much money trying to find going slightly off topic for a second, I am actually just about to start my 4th year of uni.
Yep.
And I'm doing that part-time, like while I work. So all the stuff that I actually learn is nothing compared to what I get in this community. Like I'm going for my degrees focused on cybersecurity. Like it's basic computing and IT, but it's a focus on cybersecurity.
Yep.
Everything other than the cybersecurity, I get more of in this community.
Love that.
So if there's anybody that is, if you're not sure about it, ask the other members. Like I'm the type of person that I wouldn't just turn around and say, take my word for it. Like I'd rather show something than like talk about it. But from experience, like what I'm doing just now was how it was presented to me before I joined as well.
Yep.
And that was one of the main reasons that I've stuck around, because I actually feel like I fit in here. It's the achievement, it's the I can't think of another word for community, so I'm just going to go with that again. But it's everybody's so it's just every day it's a hype every day. It's great. You're learning, you're getting on, you're making friends. It's just the connections that are going to last. So yeah, do it.
Amazing, dude. I think that's gold. I think absolutely gold. I think really, like you just ended that with, is connections that are gonna last. And I can truly say, from the beginning when I first launched the community up until now, you will see occasional OGs jump in and out of coaching calls that have been there from the beginning, first week of joining, and then we'll have a catch-up call. And then they'll get to meet the kind of relatively newer guys, yourself. They'll get to meet all these people, and it's just such an amazing feeling to see that. And I'm so privileged and proud to have members like yourself in the community. So thank you so much, Siren. You really did inspire quite a lot of people. A lot of people jumped in with you on this call right now. So thank you for sharing your story, and I look forward to seeing you in the next coaching call. Really, really, truly amazing stuff.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
I've got a lot for the next coaching call that I'm doing. I'm not going to give too much away, but I've been putting quite a lot of work into the thing that I'm going to be teaching. So.
Okay. Nice. And is there any indication as to when you're running your coaching call? Is it this Friday?
I'll see how I'm feeling because I've not slept in like 24 hours.
Yeah. No worries.
It'll be soon though, and there will be a lot of content. And just to give a little hint, a lot of people may have heard about atomic habits.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, my method of education is atomic learning.
Nice. Love it.
So I go all the way down to the atom when I'm teaching stuff. So
Awesome.
If anybody wants to learn stuff from the ground up, you're in for a treat.
Amazing. I will be tuning in myself, whether or not it's live or the replay. I'm going to be there either way. So thank you so much, Siren. We appreciate you inside the Pop Fam. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next call, dude. Thank you.
Awesome.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What an absolute G inside the community, guys. Siren himself. Guys, I just love seeing our members because honestly, even members like Siren, Steven, all these guys, like truly, like I've seen them come in the way they were presenting themselves in the beginning to where they're at right now. And it's just levels of growth that I've seen. Truly, truly nuts. Honestly, really, really crazy. Guys, a massive welcome to Randall, Brent. We've got Roller as well. What's up, guys? I'm so sorry if I pronounce your names wrong. Really, really sorry. Chicken Nuggets goes, I just have to start getting over it and just do it and see where it goes. Amazing. Welcome. Siren says, my voice kept fading, but I managed. No. You done amazing, dude. You absolutely done incredible. Welcome. Remember, guys, Mega Sale is now live for the last 10 minutes. We've got Liz Myers next as well. And we've got Aman as well. A few people ready to jump in. I don't know what his number's at right now. I think it's at 2 because we had 3 people join in. So I think there's 2 people left. Liz Myers is in the call now, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her in. But make sure you guys head over to paparazzo.com/course and get this discount. Right, get it before it runs out. Before Jay switches it off, you can go ahead and get it. I'm literally going to let it go until Jay switches it off. So there's literally 5 people at any moment. I can tell you right now, especially when Liz comes on, because Liz is awesome. Right, when Liz comes on, I can guarantee the discount's going to go, but I want you guys to get it as much as possible. So I'm going to say to Jay, either let the countdown run down or the timer go first. Whichever one, it's going to end soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring Liz on right now. Absolutely amazing member. She is, I believe Liz is a diamond member in the community. Jay can correct me if I'm wrong, but let's go ahead and bring her on. What's up, Liz?
Hey.
Hey.
Sonny.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. I can't see you at the moment.
You can't see me. Hang on.
There's a crackling noise.
Why would that be? We need to see. I don't have that zeroed out. Like it's here.
Can you see yourself on your side?
I don't know. Let's see here. What would I need to do? I've never had this happen.
What we could do is if you give the computer a restart, what I'll do is I'll get Jay to send over a new link, and then it could be that Zoom's just bugging out or the webcam or something, and then we can get you back on a call if that works.
Okay, you want me to restart?
Yeah, I think do a restart, and then what I'll do is I'll get Jay to send out a new link, and then we can go ahead and get you on a call that way. But I'll get Jay to vet it first so you can check if the webcam's working and everything else. But I really want to get you on a call, so I hope we can get it working.
I know, I have good things to say. This was an amazing challenge.
Amazing.
So, all right, I'll reboot. I'll see you in 2 secs.
See you soon. I think we have, Jay, I tell you what, while she restarts, while Liz is restarting, go ahead and if you can bring Aman on now. That's completely cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and Liz will be restarting because Liz is an amazing member in the community, as well as Aman Janwani as well. So let's go ahead and bring him in. The guys are popping off today. Honestly, this is so cool. So cool. We've got such amazing members inside this community at the moment. Let's go ahead and see who we have next. So Jay will go ahead and drop in the next person in just a moment. Quick little water break. Feels like I'm in a full production when the music comes back on and everything. Okay, we got Aman next, I believe. This could be Aman, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, Aman, what's up, dude?
Hey, Sunny, what is up?
Hey,
how are you doing?
how are you, dude? Good to see you on a call. How's everything?
Amazing, amazing. How are you?
I'm doing
After a long-
awesome, dude. I hear you're doing big things. So let's have a chat. So how has your development journey been? I'm gonna introduce yourself. How long have you been coding for? When did you join the Papa fam?
Yeah, so basically, I joined Papa Fam when I was like around 15 years old, and now I'm 18. So it's been around like 3 years I'm in the community.
Yeah.
And when I joined, I had like no idea. I really didn't had a idea like how to create an XJS app. But now I'm like creating freelance projects with that, using Sanity, using Clerk, using amazing things, using like all the convex. And now, right now with this challenge, I like jumped in with AI also
Nice.
inside the AI also. Um, I have a like very interesting thing to share about this challenge. I
Okay.
will do that
Yep.
right now, or I do. Okay. So what happened is I just saw the challenge and I wanted to like go inside the AI and learn about the stuff, but I was not getting any chance and all. So I was like, this is my opportunity. I have to be there.
Yeah.
So I attended that live. I created like I worked on the whole project and all. But what happened is you were using like Claude for Claude 3.7, right? For
Yep.
the model and all. But I thought like, why to go with the pre-made models and all? I will create my own. I will fine tune a like open source model and will work on that and will add that into my app. So I didn't go with the Versal AI SDK. I created my own. It worked. It is working in my computer. But when I was trying to like deploy it, it cost me like thousands. So I didn't deploy it and wasn't able to complete the project.
Yeah.
But my AI model is like still working in my local computer, and I like plan to deploy it and make this app like launch in
Nice, dude.
production or like a SaaS app.
So you're talking about essentially training an LLM locally?
Yeah. So I like researched over Hugging Face and found a open source LLM, and I tried to train it, to fine tune it. Basically, I got like tons of books, PDF. For example, how to build friends and influence people, like kind of like self-help books and all
Yep.
things. And I trained that into that model, and that became like too much huge, so I wasn't able to deploy and all that. But the next phase is like I was planning to get some YouTube videos which are like about the self-help and communication,
Yep.
and then get them like trained in my model, so like that will
Nice.
optimize the results based on the YouTube content and all.
That's
This was
awesome,
my
dude.
plan, but
That's
this was
so
my
cool.
plan, but everything failed in last day.
You know what I think's awesome? But like while you're talking about that, let's touch on fine-tuning models. So a lot of you have been a part of the challenge using things like LLMs out of the box, let's call it, right? The 3.7s and everything. What Aman's referring to is a fine-tuned model. And with a fine-tuned model, you can essentially shape it, let's just say at a high level, into a more effective model. For example, Aman was giving it self-helping
Like a
books.
communication and self-help books.
Yeah, so essentially that model will have all of its previous knowledge plus all of the self-help book knowledge, all of that kind of stuff. So it'll be more granular to that field or more specialized in that, which means that, for example, think of it just like, we took the LLM to university in self-help and now it's come out and it's fine-tuned and it's even better at understanding things about self-help. That's essentially what a fine-tuned model is. And the best part is you went ahead and tried to self-host it yourself and go ahead and do that. So that's very, very cool, dude. Very, very nice. Yeah. And the best part about all of that is Aman said he had no idea how to code an next.js app 3 years ago. So just goes to show. Yeah.
That is 100% sure. Like you can see my GitHub, there is no Next.js, or even like there are JavaScript projects, but they are like very low level things.
Yeah.
But after joining community, in the like all the coaching calls and all, I even hosted like several success coaches calls. I got the confidence to speak around like 50 to 100 people at live.
Amen.
Really
I
helpful
remember when you first did your first success coaching call. The difference between that and now you're jumping on a YouTube live, chatting away, completely chill, completely fine, happy to teach.
Back, I was like outside and I joined now and I'm like fully ready to speak.
Yeah, and this
like
is what I'm trying to show. No, you're absolutely welcome, dude. It's one thing for me to provide a platform or resource, but you took it and you absolutely acted upon it to go ahead and grow your skill set, your technical skill set, your soft skill set. And I'm so proud personally of you as well. So I remember when you joined the community, you joined in with a bunch of other youngsters at the time, right?
Avnish, like Arjun, Pranav, Prashun. There are like
Yes.
too many people around the same age. We were like hanging out in Discord. Every night we used to like chat like around for hours in Discord.
Yeah.
But I don't know where are they now. They are like not much active.
Yeah. This is the thing. And this is why there's certain gems that come across. Another gem who we've come across recently is
Aiden.
Aiden. Aiden is just an incredible student, right?
I can't do it. Like the guy is literally building his SaaS apps and launching on product and earning money in
Yeah.
this age. That's like exceptional.
Absolutely awesome.
I think after like just before this call, like 1 hour back, I messaged him like for a paid programming session. I want to learn from you, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm personally mentoring Aiden as well. So he's an amazing student. He's got the right energy, and this is what the community is absolutely about. Aman, you yourself are an absolute example of this, by the way. So you have done incredible yourself. And I also know that you're working, I believe, with Dash and Adil as
Adil.
well, which is
Yep,
absolutely
I am
incredible.
working with him.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. And we also have a gig for you guys that we're working with in the software house very soon. Literally tomorrow. Tomorrow we're moving on that. So absolutely huge
Yeah.
on that front. So yeah, so much is happening inside the course. And like I said, guys, you can all be a part of this and be a part of, having awesome people like Aman surrounding yourselves as well. Aman, let's talk about a couple of things with you. So, because I'm really curious from your own experience here. So obviously, having gone from, let's call it beginner when we, relatively new to Next.js, to picking up the skill set where you feel confident enough to go and do, for example, freelancing gigs, software consultancy house, essentially is what you're doing now as well as teaching. So you literally tacked on a couple of things here. What about Zero to Full Stack Hero assisted you in that journey?
So the first thing is of course the tech skills. I was having zero knowledge about Next.js. I learned all the tech skills, all the like Stripe payments through your YouTube videos, to the courses, to live calls. And then with the success calls, I learned to how to present myself, how to be live around like 100 of people. They are watching you and they will be watching you like after years also.
Yes.
So you have to make a decent type of content around that, how to behave right, how to communicate. That's the best, that's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because when I joined, like, I don't know if you know or not, but I was totally like an introvert person and I was not able to communicate to anyone, even if they are online or I'm not able to see them.
Yeah.
But right now I'm like just inside a YouTube live and talking to the
Yeah.
successful YouTuber.
And you should be so proud. I remember I
I'm
saw
literally
potential in you in the beginning, and I was like, this guy's going to go far. He just needs to get out of his shell. And that's what the Success Coach program is about.
About the shell, I also want to share one thing if you have like 2 minutes. Only.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yes. So at the starting, when I was just learning Next.js and all, so I got an opportunity through LinkedIn, like for a freelance gig. And then I joined that. And from that day, like around 2 years back, I got that opportunity. And from till today, I was working with the same company, same process, around the like same kind of apps only. So the thing is that I was kind of stuck in a shell also. Like I was just creating Next.js apps, adding Tailwind, just normal Stripe payment and done.
Okay.
All like 3 to 4 times like in a year. I wanted to get out of it personally. I wanted to learn new stuff. Like there were AI booming come, like the blockchain came. I like literally skipped the blockchain, I will say. But I didn't want to like skip the AI, and that's why I like took the opportunity of joining this challenge, and
Yeah.
I literally like kept that aside. I will earn money after that, but I want to like learn also new things. I have to be active in the like new community and all. So you have also like noticed that I wasn't active much in school for like past 3 to 4 months, but now I will be. Now I am gonna like work on the SaaS apps, which
Yeah.
I just mentioned like about that, the YouTube video. And I also have while like building this, I also got one more idea about the SaaS app, and that is a bit more expensive. Like I have to create tons of models for that.
Yeah.
But I will surely do that. No problem.
Amazing.
Like I will that just for learning even. It will be working.
Amazing, dude. Well, listen, I absolutely am super proud of you. I've seen your growth in the last 3 years. I've seen you come out of your shell and absolutely crushing it. So I'm super proud of you, dude. Honestly, genuinely say this. You're one of the young ones in the community and absolutely have taken that and flown with it from the beginning. So I look forward to seeing you in the next coaching call. And also I look forward to seeing some of the apps you start building out from the software house and from any other areas. So thank you so much, Aman, for joining.
Sure.
And we'll chat soon.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Sunny.
Thank you, dude.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye. So cool, guys, to see our community members coming from young ages. He came in at 15, guys. And I remember very well 15 because people like Aman are very important to the community for many reasons. So Jay's going to line up Liz next, but for many reasons. For example, it helps us identify on how to improve the course and community. So part of that was also when I noticed that we had members coming in who were incredible students, but I could see that they were struggling with like the communication side. So that's how we eventually evolved and created this the success coaching program. And then as you can see, now they're jumping on live streams. It's absolutely incredible and it works. So this is truly just the best thing ever, honestly. Let's go ahead and jump back in over here. And you can see the timer's now up. And I don't know, I think Jay is still good with leaving a few people in. I think he's gonna let me know. But I mean, for as long as it can be, if you go onto the page and you can see these prices, you can grab them. I know for a fact when I get off this live stream, these prices are not going to be here. So you can definitely feel free to go ahead and leverage it while it's there. Remember, £500 off of Diamond right now. That is the cheapest it's ever going to be. Go ahead and make sure you go ahead and get access to that right now. And Jay, let me know. Is that actually... Oh, yeah. So Liz is up right now. So let's go ahead and check out what she has to say. Let's get Liz Myers on the call right now. She's got something exciting to tell us, she says. Let's go ahead and see for ourselves. Hey, there we go. We got Liz.
Hey, there we go.
How are you, Liz?
I'm great, Sunny. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. When I heard you were jumping on the call, I was like, yes, get Liz on board. How is things in your world, Liz?
Oh my gosh, so mixed, so mixed. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm in the job market right now,
Okay.
and I'm actively interviewing.
Okay.
And, you know, every day, maybe a new, not every day, but every week, a new opportunity will pop up.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm getting rejected for just as many.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a roller coaster right now. And I just love this challenge because it's something I could control. The only thing I can control is when I get up every day, how much effort I put in. And you laid this out so beautifully. At first, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be over my head.
Yeah.
But the way you broke it down piece by piece, and I almost crashed and burned a couple times. I just have to say, big shout out to people like Aiden and Anush. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because I will not give up. I am like a pit bull.
Amen to that.
And I just will not give up. But there were a couple of times with really weird stuff where you're looking at it at, midnight or beyond, and everything looks correct. And you can't find anything wrong. Nothing's underlined. And I actually passed a file to Anush and said, or Aiden, I can't remember which one at this point, and said, this is exactly what I have in this wrapped component.
Yep.
It's only like 20 lines of code or something. And there's nothing that jumped out at either one of us.
Yeah.
And finally, after several rounds, he just said, here, paste mine in and see what happens. And it worked. And to this day, I don't know why. There's a lot to unpack and go back over. But it was amazing because I got through.
Yeah.
And the long and short of this story is because at the end, you were pulling us through to this interaction where you're going to actually experience agentic AI.
Yes.
We've had all this hype and I had an idea of what it was, but I didn't really know what it was. And you're going to pull us through now. We're going to actually start talking and then have it fetch a transcript.
Yeah.
Well, in the wee hours when that happened, I was like, okay, this is worth it.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly, it's mind blowing, right? When you first see it use a tool for yourself, you're like, whoa, this is really powerful stuff.
Yeah, and I think I'm taller today. I think I grew a bit in this because I was like, man, server actions. I considered myself a front-end dev. I was a UX designer.
Yeah.
So all this server stuff is really a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, so why do we have this? I asked Claude last night, why do we have both a server action and a tool? They're named almost the same thing. I feel like I've just written the same thing. And you're going so fast in there just to try and get this to work,
Yeah.
and get some sleep, that you're not necessarily like thinking through everything. It's just doing.
Yeah.
And then I need a second pass, I think, to catch up with myself. But it's fantastic to have had the experience with you. That, among other things, there were a number of awesome things in this challenge.
Absolutely love that. Any other one you want to share? I absolutely love. I could listen to you talk about this all day.
I could go on. I mean, this was one heck of a challenge. So I tried after your last SaaS app,
Yeah.
and I saw Aiden monetize like immediately.
Yeah.
I went, okay, this is possible.
Yeah.
And also, it's just an amazing privilege to be a part of this community and to have people kind of pull me into this. Big shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
I will tell you my other big takeaway here, but just to let you know how powerful the community is. I was going to take a pass, not because this wasn't a great opportunity, but because I've been getting up at 5 or 5:30 in the morning, and I'm a night owl typically.
Yeah.
So burning the candle at both ends, I'm not even sure I'm being as concise as I should probably be at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just knackered, but it was so worth it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if it weren't for Jay kind of giving me a nudge here and there, and a couple other people we've already mentioned, Stephen, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a while. Well, it's just due to the time zone differences, I'm afraid. It sounds stupid, but I just can't get up at 3 a.m. to have a
Of course.
call with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And other responsibilities I've got here.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. And now I'm like, well, if you can do 5:30, why can't you maybe do 3:30? I mean, maybe it's possible. I'm going to make a better effort. But what I wanted to share with you about this challenge that was mind-blowing is it really moved the needle because I've made some attempts. I have an app out there called QuizGenie.ai.
Okay. Yep.
Thank God I got the AI before everybody started getting the AIs,
Yeah.
because the domain was not nearly as expensive as some others.
Nice.
But the thing has languished. It's just sitting there because I struggle with a couple of things. And without these two things, you do not have a business. Actually, three things.
Yeah.
You must be able to sign a customer up. So authentication has really been a bane of my existence.
Yeah.
I've done this the hard way with other products I won't name, and Clerk makes this a dream. But what makes this even better, and I don't think gets enough credit, is when the tools join up or integrate more easily. And so Clerk with Stripe,
Yep.
Schematic with Stripe. So without these three things, without authentication, without payment,
Yep.
and without the big one with metering usage,
Yeah.
I have been paranoid about actually launching an app, because you hear stories with certain data products or cloud services where somebody woke up to a $30,000 bill or something.
Yeah.
So I've been both wanting to have that success and afraid of having this success.
Yeah.
And it's kind of kept me stuck with ideas that are coded up or partially out there, but not fully available. And now, this is why I'm so glad I joined this challenge. Now I've seen what is possible. I'm not sure that I have mastered the skills in order to just roll it out like next week, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Now I know I can do it. So a couple things, huge confidence booster to complete this challenge.
Amazing.
And I'm about an hour away from completing it, to be honest. So I will go back after I've had a little rest.
Yep.
And I will, soak in, let all of this sink in and revisit and ask more questions, stuff like this. So the confidence was one, and the other one just went out of my head. The realization that you can put all of the tools together to have a business.
Yeah.
And have that flow. It's not rocket science. And I guess one of the main things, I can't remember the other point I was going to make there, but one of the main things was, oh, I know what it was, mastery. So I actually, in contrast, loved school.
Yep.
And I do see that it has a value. Not necessarily worth going into debt for your career. We could debate that on, it's a different conversation.
Yep.
But what I'm trying to say is, when I purchase a course, I feel a need to finish it, to go in order, to go step by step, to really grok every element of it. And then someday in my head, somehow, when I graduate, I'll be ready.
Yep.
And it just doesn't work like that.
That's the truth, yeah.
And so, yes, the coursework and all the free books you're giving away, all the knowledge, very valuable. But also just as valuable, I would say, is that you had a challenge back when we were chatting to PDF.
Yes.
And that grew some muscles, you know? And so this one, I was off to a great start. I was not blown away by React. I had come from Angular. I wasn't fussed about Tailwind. I had set up steps. I wasn't thrown by middleware. Oh dear, what's that? I'd seen these things before, so they went a little faster. But my problem this time was I grew overconfident, and I way overused Claude with the quick styling.
Yep.
So I had a beautiful UI at one point. And then a whole bunch of, you mentioned, you know, it was a bit aggressive yesterday or the day before. Well, all of a sudden it changed a whole bunch of things I didn't ask for out from under me. And the thing compiled, and it got so tangled that my app actually wouldn't run anymore. And I had to start over. Started completely over with a very simple setup.
Yeah.
And I gradually added components back into it.
Yeah.
But it knocked me out of the competition. It set me back about a day.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to keep up, just to keep going.
Yeah.
And, you know, got as much homework in as I could, did as well as I could.
Yeah.
And I won't do that again. I won't do accept all. So lesson learned.
I think that's gold what you just said there, because I think this is the danger with AI, where it can really get things messy. My biggest way of thinking about this is think about rock climbing. When you're climbing up and you get higher and higher and higher, every now and then you should stub into the wall, and that's our commit when we basically essentially commit the code to GitHub. And now if we don't drop all the way down again, we go back to that checkpoint that we have. And that's essentially what I will do over and over again, even with Cursor, because it can sometimes get, like you said, especially when you're using a composer and it's going a bit wild and changing everything around the place. This is where it can be a case of, yes, it's a very powerful tool, but it can also cause havoc and break everything and cause a mess. And then you have to then go and undo its mess if you accidentally accept it all, or, you know, whatever the case may be, especially when you're under time pressure and things get a bit intense, low sleep, time pressure, these things come together. Yeah.
Exactly. You brought up something else I wanted to mention here.
Yeah.
And that was Vercel.
Right.
So this blew me away. It didn't get as much billing as Schematic and Convex and other things. There was so much in this.
Yeah.
But the new things to me were Schematic and Convex and this API from Vercel. So the thing that you just triggered is, what makes it worse on the commits is that I love continuous integration. So I do connect the GitHub to the Vercel. So when I went down a slippery slope and accepted things that behind the scenes that I wasn't so, I didn't completely control or comprehend.
Yeah.
If my app stopped running, then it stopped running on Vercel. Then I couldn't turn it in as homework. It snowballed. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I had it working, then I had submitted it. Then I kept working.
Exactly.
Then I broke it. And then I was like, oh my God, now I have to fix this because they won't be able to see. And so this led to quite a few late nights, but again, not complaining, totally worth it. And just slowing down and calming down and saying to yourself, look, okay, a little healthy competition is great, but this is not cutthroat. You know, if you don't do it this time, you can do it next time.
Yeah.
And, but just, you know, get the learnings out of this now. Keep going, because you actually want to see what all of this does, and it actually might help your product.
Yeah.
Well, I think it made all the difference. And I had been focusing as well in the last few months on mobile development.
Yeah.
And with mobile, we have a challenge there because if you publish an app with customers and you're selling something, in other words, it's not free, you automatically lose 30% to the app stores.
Yes. It's heavy.
And I want to go around that. I want to try a different way. And because we're using Tailwind, you know, this is kind of a puzzle I always wrestle with. Because we're using Tailwind, do you really need to make a native app and put it in the store? Can you just publish a URL and get enough marketing traction so that people are using it from whatever device just with a web browser?
Yeah.
And so this is a route that I'm going to experiment with. And I'm really launching Quiz Genie, and I'll let you know when we get there.
Yeah, of course. I'll be the first to push it. Quiz Genie, guys. You heard it here
Thank
first.
you.
Liz Myers.
Yep.
Remember the name, guys. So yeah, this, absolutely huge. I want to touch on a couple of things that you said before. So firstly, the massive introduction of solving core pain points in an app. So Cluck for the authentication, Schematic for the payments. These are two massive blockers that I find everyone typically will face when they're launching products. This is why I personally choose to work with these companies, because Cluck, I mean, incredible for authentication. They just handle it in the most pro way I could ever dream of. And then Schematic, when I found out about their existence, I was so excited because I thought, oh my God, this is exactly what I need and what has been missing in the marketplace, right? So when they came along, working with them and also having such an incredibly progressive team behind them, they were actually inside of the school community, helping the students debug, helping them get ahead, improving the product. They actually submitted 2 version upgrades during the challenge. So they're that progressive and ahead of things. Being able to be a part of this dynamic mix whilst being a part of the community, whilst having amazing people like yourself with the energy that you guys share and give off, huge blessing from my side to be able to even witness it, let alone be the orchestrator for it. So I just want to say a massive shout out to you, Liz. Everyone in the community absolutely adores you. You can see the minute you came on to the chat, the chat goes crazy for you. And even while you were talking just now, so many people joined in just from you sharing your story and your experience. So I just want to say a huge thank you for being a participant inside the challenge. I'm super proud of your progress. I think you've done amazing.
Thank you.
And I look forward to using Quiz Genie. Let us know when you do push it. We're happy to push it across our channels as well. Again, this whole community is here for you. Before we kind of wrap up, any last messages that you would give to anyone who isn't sure if a community like this is for them or anything along those lines? What would you suggest to them if they're on the fence of maybe joining, maybe not joining? Anything that you would say to them?
Okay, Sonny. So the first thing I want to say is it's really all down to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to come on and tell you that today, because others have been saying that in the chat as well. So it's not just the tools, although Schematic is fantastic. And the other tools that you introduced here, you really pulled me into this whole React-centric, this ecosystem. But it's down to you, really. You're a fantastic teacher. You have great energy. You've got all the different aspects ironed out, from the music to the community building to the challenges, which are all free of charge. So there's no barrier to entry. And that's what I would say to somebody who's on the fence is, you will never get more value than you do right here. And you can start free. You can start by joining a challenge and just see for yourself. It doesn't change. It only gets better. Actually, this experience now, this is my second challenge with you, I think. It might be my third, but for sure it's my second big one.
Yeah.
And, you just in the course of 3 days, really, there's a build up, and then there's this compilation, and we stand back and see what we did. Can't find the right word, but it's those middle 3 days.
Yeah.
in 3 days, I feel like I got more than 6 months to a year of learning. I mean, it's things you do too so naturally and so easily. Like, by the way, I'm using Cursor. Well, I am now because I heard you were and a couple other people I follow.
Yeah.
But nobody has said, oh, in your code, just do Command K.
Yeah.
And then, enter that. And it will tell you what this means right in line.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that is awesome. I've just been using that regular chat, and I barely know the difference between Composer and chat. So I just use Composer, whatever comes up, right?
Yeah.
And I've kind of found on my own that Claude is a little bit stronger or more concise than GPT. Although I was using GPT more before, Claude's exceptionally good at JavaScript and TypeScript.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, okay, we're making this up as we go, because by the time we figure this out, they'll have 3.8. So
Yeah.
it's just really great to be in the community in some, going through this amazing period in our history. Really, I think this is bigger than the web. It's bigger than the personal computer. I've seen both evolutions, and I think this is the biggest one of my lifetime. To be going through it with you and really on the bleeding edge, as someone else said. This is our time. This is the opportunity right now. So I don't think there's any sitting on the fence. If I weren't already a member, I would definitely be after this challenge.
Absolutely heartfelt words. Thank you so much, Liz. You're such an incredible energy. I'm so proud that we have you inside the community. And a huge thank you for not only being an amazing member of the community, but for also jumping into the live stream today to share your experience. You've honestly influenced so many people in such a great way, as well as myself. That was a very, very sweet message that you just said. So thank you so much. Made my day, and it's an awesome way to end up the challenge. So thank you so much, Liz. I look forward to seeing you in the future coaching calls, and all of the best with Quiz Genie. And we'll be sure to look out for it for when you launch. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Liz. Have an awesome evening. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What an incredible person, guys. Liz is honestly, I think you guys have seen it from the previous challenge to now. Just so, like, that energy is pure. That energy is so pure and so incredible. And I'm so proud to be a mentor for all of you and to attract that kind of level of people into our community. It's honestly mind-blowing. It's incredible. It really kind of takes me away sometimes in moments like that. Crazy. That really made my night. Wow. Guys, also, like we said here, the sale is now done. It's now done. This is going to go, I think if I refresh in any moment now, this is gone. So you can feel free to go ahead and try to get this if you want to. Okay. 2 minutes, 49 seconds, guys. That's it. Last 2 minutes. Jason added a 3-minute countdown. There you go, guys. 3 minutes. Somebody can go ahead and get the last access. I think he's given one more. So you guys can feel free. Last person to grab it will get this price. There's one more slot. Pretty much is gone after 3 minutes. And you guys can feel free to go ahead and grab that right now. Peter Thomas, I just want to say thank you as well. He just said in the chat, says, you, Sonny, your decision to build this community really changed many lives. I thank you so much. That really means everything to me. And I appreciate you so much. There we go. So Charity Smith goes, we should do a Girls vs. Boys challenge in the community. Would love to have Liz as our girl power leader. Amen. 100% Charity. I think we could do it. We could definitely do that. We've got some strong girls in the community. I can tell you that right now. I think it's Mason Shetty, or there's another one, something Shetty. She's awesome. Yourself, Charity. We have Liz Myers, absolutely incredible. I think the girls will be very powerful in this case. So let's go ahead and somebody can go ahead and grab that last spot if you haven't already. A big welcome as well to Michael, to Tyler, to Peter as well. We've got some new people that joined in previously that I hadn't welcomed as well. So absolutely incredible stuff. And we've got a new girl as well, Michelle Landon. I forgot to mention as I was introducing everyone into the thing. But yeah, before we wrap up, guys, this has been your boy, Papa React, aka Sunny. Welcome to all of the new members inside the community. If you haven't already, you can simply head over to properreact.com/course. This has been your boy, and it's been absolutely crazy in terms of the challenge. We went ahead and covered so much. We built, oh, that's a beautiful view. We went ahead and built out the entire, a 5-day AI agent application here in front of you for 5 days. Proof in the pudding, all live. Absolutely incredible stuff. We've got Prime saying, thank you, Sonny from Nambia. I appreciate you so much, Abdul, as well. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. For anyone who didn't get access to any of these discounts, we will be running a short sale afterwards, so you can feel free to get a solid price on the course in case you need to figure out, how to join or go ahead and get things in. I think someone just joined as well. So literally somebody's just joining. I can see it popping up on my right-hand side. Absolutely incredible stuff, guys. I'm going to do it the only way we know how. I'm going to wrap up here. A massive thank you to our sponsors of this entire challenge, Clerk and Schematic, all of the guys from Alex and Clerk to Ryan at Schematic, to everyone inside the team, Finn, all of the co-founders, and everyone in between that mix. Thank you so much, guys. We've got Ben, Gobbins, Giovanni, Jas, Garcha, all of them. Just thank you, guys. Absolutely incredible support throughout this entire challenge. Jay, huge shout out to you. Yep, sales gone. There you go. Someone's already gone ahead and bought that one. So perfect timing. What a way to end it, guys. This has been your 5-day AI agent challenge. A massive congratulations to all of the winners of this challenge. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and, if you're watching a replay of this, go and enjoy the entire challenge from A to B. We'll be sending out the code for the entire source code very, very shortly afterwards. And again, if you haven't already, join universityofcode.com to be a part of the amazing school community. And as always, guys, I'm your boy, Sonny, aka Paparet, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Pow.